hit record.
Right on, right on. So we're here this morning with Ramiro. And Ramiro, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right, man. I'm a jack of all trades, you can say. Work on everything from tractors, pickups, forklifts. I mean, if we have planes here at work, we fix those too, man. But we fix
Right
everything
on.
here. But yeah, man, I went to, during high school, I took all the shop classes. Once I graduated, I went to Wild Tech, did my diesel and automotive. Then ever since I graduated, I've been working here, man, for Butter, California, going on 17 years already.
Wow, 17 years.
Yeah,
Man, that's
man.
awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jude and Antonio. They're more the YouTube world and Instagram, I think, compared to me and you. We've been around Instagram for a while, but why don't you introduce yourself, Jude?
Hey, what's up, man? Jude, Santa Cruz. They call him YouTube. They call me Powerstroke Jude. I do have an Instagram, but usually I only use it when I'm putting up a video, kind of like a promotion thing. But I graduated high school way before you guys. I graduated high school in 1991, and I went to a school called the Phoenix Institute of Technology. I took the automotive program there. About 10 years later, I went to the Ford in Rancho Cucamonga, and I took the Ford in Rancho Cucamonga. The UTI in Rancho took their core program because I wanted to take their Ford program, and that's where I took the Ford FAC program. And after that, I went worked for Ford for like 15 years, and then I started working on my own.
That's cool.
Yeah, so again, my name's Antonio Orozco. My background's different probably from a lot of people. My dad used to have a junkyard, a salvage yard, and that's how we actually started with automotive. So I used to be the parts puller for my dad when he started with the junkyard, and we carried that on for a good while. And then my dad started getting a little sick, so we ended up shutting down the junkyard. And from there, I actually had to I started looking somewhere else. And I actually went to work with a good friend of mine named Joe, who actually works on Powerstrokes as well. And that's where I started getting my hands on the actual mechanics side of the industry. So I started there with him. I worked with him for like about a year and a half, more or less. At that time, we were working a lot of the 6.0s. And then from there, I went to Matera Paper House, Matera Paper Company. I'm sorry, which is a small independent paper house company that sells paper, chemicals and stuff like that. And I was pretty much like their PM tech and service tech, and then the manager was actually like the diag tech. So I started there with them, and then they got bought out by Ferguson. So when they got bought out by Ferguson, I ended up applying there at the Kenworth dealership, and I've been working with them ever since. And I'm already going on, I think it's 4 years already going on with Kenworth. So, and that's currently where I'm at.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Hey, Ram. So tell us a little bit about what it's like. What's your average day like?
Oh, man. I mean, like, the thing is here with us, we got these custom, like, 6-wheel drive Peterbilts, right? They're like off-road Peterbilts.
Yeah.
They were garbage trucks when they bought them. So they sat for years on cinder blocks. And all the suspension and the drivetrain, it's all from Fabcos. I don't know if you guys know what Fabco trucks are.
Yeah.
They're off-road, like, they got, like, military axles and shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, that's what they are. But they break drive lines every freaking day, man. It's, like, serious, like, no joke. In the last 16 years, I probably replaced, like, 40,000 maybe drive lines. But for sure, man, a month, like, in a day, I'll replace at least 2 drive lines. And we got, like, 45 of those trucks. But every day,
I think I saw that video on Instagram, right, where you said it was easy because you said that the transmission wasn't working and the drive line was just kind of spinning in place, right?
Yeah, broke inside the slip yoke, so I'm all like, the drivers will trannies out, like, no sirve la transmisión. I'm like, all right, cool. Or maybe that transfer case something broke. So looking we're just spinning inside the slip yoke. So easy money, man.
There you go,
yeah,
right?
man, my day consists of like during the day, like I'm here in the shop, right?
Mhm.
So whatever the drivers do, their pre-trip or post-trip, the morning we check them out, make sure everything's good. Then after that, whatever jobs we got pending projects like transmission work, engine work, we'll do knock that out. But if we get a service call in the field, we gotta take off and fix that. And yeah, man, but my day is like from 10 to 12 hours or something, 15 hours a day, man.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So that's what I really want to know, because I mean, to me, it's like me. I get up every day and I go to work at the same time. You know, I do my 8 hours or maybe more if it depends, on whatever's happening. But with you, it's like I see you in the morning working. I see you in the night working. It doesn't matter what time of day. You're always doing something. So
Yeah, it's because the thing here, like a lot of the guys came out from the field, right? Like they were like pickers that were pick lettuce, and then they moved up the ranks, so they knew how to weld or they knew how to turn wrenches. So they gave them a job here. They gave them training.
uh,
But a lot of guys don't talk. They don't talk English or learn how to read and write. English. So the diagnostic stuff, like all the stuff's new. You guys know how it is, right? It's not mechanical stuff.
Yeah.
So a new tractor breaks down, they don't know how to put the scan tool up to it. A truck breaks down, or something, they don't know how to hook it up. So I'm on call. Like I'll be like, 1 a.m. Hey Ram, where you at? Oh, sleep. I'm like, all right. And give my service truck. But yeah, man. So that's why we work with crazy hours because nobody else can do it.
yeah.
And then the guys that can do it, they're on family leave or something. But it's always me.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, it's all good though. I mean, like when I'm down here in Arizona right now, I'm by myself. My wife isn't here, so take advantage and make some money.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's hectic. Like, but the thing is, like with us too, like since the guys are like Mexicanos, where they don't know anything. I say that, but they do know shit. But like they go, no, manden a Ramiro. Like we don't want to go. Like, what am I? You guys are never gonna learn. You guys don't go. They're used to their old like mechanical 3208 Caterpillars and their 3406s and just mechanical stuff, hands on. You know what? Clutches and differentials and all that.
Mhm.
They don't want to get involved with any of the new stuff.
Right.
So they're on their way out too, so they don't really care.
And you kind of just try your best to kind of teach them as you go, or some don't want to give the effort to learn, or
yeah, some don't want to learn at all. Like nah. Like I got 2 years left. I'm not gonna be about that life.
Yeah. I've worked with people like that too, and they're at the end of their career, and they're like, it's not worth learning this new stuff. We're just gonna, pass on it.
Yeah. Then the thing is, like at work we get training like on new stuff. Like there's somebody from Florida will come in and we'll go to like a seminar or something. And the guy just go to get free pizza or subs or burgers and barbecue or their hat, like they don't pay attention to anything. Like, sometimes we'll be just sleeping, man. They don't care.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. They're only hurting themselves. I mean, more knowledge, the better, especially
Exactly.
if he's going to provide it for you.
That's why, like, the thing but I love working here. Like, we work on everything, man. Like, you know what? One day I can be working on a 6.0, tearing it apart, or 6.7, The next day, go do a top end on that truck or do this. Engine rebuild on that John Deere, take the transmission out, like stuff like that. I mean, like change the engine on that forklift. I mean, I'll do it. I mean, it's so part of turning wrenches,
Yeah. So
you ever get a guy in that like really, really wants to learn that you'd be like, man, I could take this dude and kind of take him under my wing and really teach him. Like he's really moldable.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got a couple of guys here that are young. We got 2 guys. But the thing is, management has them out in the field just doing like preventive maintenance on the trailers, like 90-day inspections, just greasing and moving. And they see me turn the engine down and like, oh, let me see what you're doing. And they come on over and I'll teach them what I'm doing. Or you know what? When this happens, do this, and it's always going to be this, like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So they'll take that into consideration and they like it. But then the thing is, freaking management, man, they don't want me to go in the shop. They just want me to do 90-day inspections and just greasing. Like, that's not cool, man.
Yeah.
But the thing is here, like they don't want the new guys. Like they always see me, like we're here to we're not flat rate, right? We're just hourly. So you can take one day.
Question I was going to ask you: flat rate or hourly?
Yeah, it's hourly. I mean, if we do a job in an hour or freaking a week, we get paid the same amount. So sometimes it's a good thing, but sometimes it's a bad thing because sometimes they say us work something fast. Like, okay, you knocked the job off in an hour. How come you took 3 days?
Oh my bad, I got disconnected all of a sudden.
All right.
You're good.
That's the same with us too. If we work too fast and we put our times down on our sheet, they hold us to that standard from there on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, I'm one of the shop foremen. There's 3 of us here in the shop, but there's no other mechanic, so I'm a foreman to myself. I mean, I give my own job to do what I want, so nobody's gonna tell me anything anyway. So
Yeah.
my supervisor doesn't even care. He's supposed to be here in Yuma. He's always in Salinas. So all he cares is get the job done and make sure everything's right.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy. That's cool. And when they call you at 1 o'clock in the morning, is it like you clock in or?
The thing is, like if
you write your hours down or
we clock in, like we got a badge and we got to use our finger. But anyways, if we work 1 hour or 4, we get 6 automatically paid 6 hours.
Oh, so just
the job in 10 minutes. Go do a regen or something or change a bad sensor out. You're getting 6 hours for that, so that's a good thing.
That is good.
Not
And if
bad.
you work more than that, or you're gonna get paid more than 6 hours, you know.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's only like maybe an hour or two. Mostly, it's like just regions, a bad sensor that went out, or freaking like a dead battery, something loose. But when something big happens, like when we get in wrecks or transmission went out, we just gotta get the wrecker up, just pull the freaking drive lines and open up the brake chamber so the tow truck can haul it. That's what we do. And still get good money for that too. So
yeah,
so good.
Can't beat that.
it's dirty
I
work.
can't
Though.
complain with that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's cool, but when it rains and it gets muddy, that's when we get stuck equipment like the wiring. I mean, drive lines, especially broken differentials, transmissions, and sometimes you got to crawl into the muddy fields and crawl in there and do what you got to do, man.
I got a conversation with Phil last night on his live stream about uniform service. Do they do a uniform service for you? You get to wash your own.
No, they used to, but since when I started, it's when they took it away because they would bring us ripped uniforms and coveralls and like they don't care. I mean, whatever you have and you burn your coveralls or you made a hole in it, they're gonna bring you the same thing.
Yeah.
So now what the company does every year, they give you like 10 coveralls, work shirts, jackets, and you keep them. So if you want to sell it. I mean, but we got to wash our own stuff, which sucks.
Yeah. Well, how does your wife feel about that? You washing those muddy clothes and the?
She doesn't wash them, man. She's like, you can't wash them.
Híjole.
Yeah, but when the stuff's really dirty, just throw it away, man. I'm not gonna even bother washing it.
Yeah.
Just junk it because we got so many. I mean, I got like piles of coveralls in my house, brand new in the box I haven't even used.
Oh wow.
I can never find coveralls that fit me right, man. I don't know if I got a weird torso or weird legs. I can never find.
You know what? Me too. Because I'm short. I'm only like 5'7", and I got like a fucking 9-month-old belly pregnant woman. Fucking.
I think that's all of us, man.
I think that's all of them.
And if I do get in them, I can't get out. I have to have somebody help me out. I'm like, get the sleeve off.
Yeah, and I'm used to wearing them too. So like, if I just wear my uniform, I'm like, nah, it's not working out for me. Because anywhere I lean against something, you know how it is. They're full of grease or oil, or like, where the hell did I get all this grease from?
Yeah.
And then we got some guys that are lube techs. Some of the guys don't wear gloves, so when they're greasing the drive lines, wherever they're greasing, they get their hands full of grease. Just slap it in a tire under the frame somewhere. I freaking hate that, man.
Oh, that's nasty.
You'll be in the truck and you're like, what the hell? And you start wiping more and more grease themselves.
So you guys do have entry-level positions then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We start guys off as apprentice. I mean, we're journeyman. Like I don't know what journeyman I am now, but yeah, you started apprentice and journeyman 1, journeyman 2, 3, 4. Then you move up. They'll give you a test, and then it's like basic, like whatever you're doing. If you're doing like the side of the harvest side, it's all about tractors and agriculture equipment. You're in the shop, it's like about trucks and like electrical stuff. You pass that, you get like $1 raise, and then another 6 months you get another one until you move up with the rest of the guys.
Do you know what the starting pay is out there for you guys, like for apprentice, in case somebody gets interested?
It's like $22 an hour.
Wow, that much, huh?
Yeah.
Well, they say California's a lot more expensive than Texas, right? Yeah. So that's probably why it probably evens out. Then I'm assuming. But $22 an hour ain't bad.
Then the thing with us, because you have to travel, you got to leave your house. Like if you go from Salinas, we're there for 8 months. Then from there, like the other side of celery harvest, they go to Oxnard. They're there.
We just froze.
He froze up. He'll come back in a minute.
Yeah.
So his company, Bud of California, they have a lot of harvest here in Oxnard where I live.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I think he's back. You're back. I think.
Yeah. He was for a second. He can probably hear us.
Yeah, he was for a second.
I'll send him
up again.
Let's see. You're frozen.
Yeah, that's interesting though, man. That's good to know, man. And
if people are gonna watch this, man, especially people that live out here. And if they if an apprentice is an entry level position, you know if they don't want experience, shoot, that's great. That's great, man.
That's good, man. I mean, I know I've been talking to somebody on Instagram who's he's in Cali. I just don't know where he's at, but he's been wanting to get into the industry. So I mean that's actually what made me actually ask, what was the starting pay? Because once you get in the industry, huh?
Yeah, I
you-
can hear you. You're a little skippy.
What was that, Jude?
I said, was it Joey Preciado? Is that who you're talking to?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I didn't want to say his name, but I mean, yeah, that's him.
Joey's my boy, dude. He's part of my live stream every Tuesday. Me, him,
Yeah,
and
I know. He's been taking part of that too. So
yeah.
so Joey, if he's watching this video, man, and you're interested, and I don't know how far you are from Salinas, right? Ramiro, you're in Salinas?
Yeah.
How far is Salinas from Bay Area?
Depends what part of the area. I mean, like San Francisco, like 2 hours away.
Okay, because I know. Yeah, I think he lives near Bay Area, but
I forget where he said he lives at. I forgot.
Yeah, San Jose is an hour away. It's like between 45 minutes to an hour. Oakland's an hour and a half. Depends where he's at. But yeah, between an hour and 2.
I know he's out for work anyway. Even right now, but he works with in the medical field, like doing for like where they test mice, for like medicines and stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah.
But he drives 83 miles one way to go to work. So traveling wouldn't be an issue. And he hit up one shop recently, and they instantly on the spot offered him the job. I mean, he's like us, he's well spoken. He presents himself well. So he said they instantly offered him a job, but they offered him $15 an hour. So he was like, "Oh, I can't take that, man. That's just a little too much of a pay cut." He was around $20 an hour. So I mean, if 22 was starting pay, I'm sure that'd be something he'd jump on. He's considering right now going to a Caterpillar program where he goes to school at a JC, and then he works at a Caterpillar shop as well at the same time. But I think if you guys are close to it, probably jump on something.
Well, they have that big program out in Stockton. What's that one called? That CAT program? I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it, but I was trying to do that too when I got out of high school. But nah, I just stick to this.
How far is Stockton from you?
What's that?
How far is Stockton from you?
Stockton is I think 2 to 2.5 hours.
Okay, I've heard him talk. I remember when I first started talking with him, when I first met him, and he hit me up on Instagram. I remember asking him if he ever ran across the Diaz brothers, because I know he mentioned something about Stockton. I was like, "Oh, Stockton, you don't need to mention." They're joking around, and
Stockton's rough, man.
Man, well, look at those dudes, man. Look, that's how it is, man. They don't play. They got that Stockton slap.
Hey,
so Ram, so what kind of training programs do they have out there for like the people who actually want to join in? Like, or how's the process for that? I mean, do they like? Obviously, they're gonna take in an apprentice or a newcomer, right? And then do they give them like about 6 months to see if they're cut out for the job before they start training them, or?
They give them 90 days to like 3 months, 3.5 months.
Okay, that's your probation period, right?
Yeah, if you don't make it, well, you go back to where you transferred from.
Okay.
Back to a truck driver or machine operator, whatever you are. I mean, because they give prior, like people here in-house in the company. Like if you're a lattice picker, you know how to turn wrenches, you know what? You apply, and then you're good with the supervisor or the management, like they'll bring you in. And one of the mechanics that will take you under his wing, like say like a new guy comes in, like he'll come under my wing and I'll be teaching him little by little. Then after he comes with me, he'll go to like the fab shop because we got our own welding shop. So wherever he makes it out the best, they'll leave him there.
So they place them depending on their own skill set, correct?
Yeah.
It's not really as much as like where I want to be, right?
Yeah,
so let's just say, as an example, like if he's set on turning wrenches, but he turns out to be a lot better in fabrication, then they're just gonna move him to fabrication because that's where his skill set is actually. Okay, I got you. And then from there, is it just like more hands-on training, or do they actually try to put him more into like some type of not really school, but like or educational program or training program rather?
No, they used to. When I took 2 classes, they used to take you a local it's called Cornell College, a little college here, Salinas, and you would get training. Like if you want to take hydraulic classes, you take the course, and after you pass it, it's like 2 months, you would get the raise, $1 raise, and then you would get more training. But now that's over. I mean, it's just in house. Whatever you learn here, and whatever you learned over the years, that's all you get now.
Oh, okay. So there's
Yeah.
no certification programs or anything like that no
Not
more.
anymore. You just take your in-house test here at work. If you
Uh-huh.
passed it, you get your raise, and you move up to journeyman level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is,
Well,
until you
that's
hit
cool.
there. And after
That's still good though.
yeah, it's still good, man. I mean, a lot of people here, like even guys that didn't make it to turn on wrenches, like they'll bring them here and say they need people like to wash equipment at night, like harvest equipment. They pay them to like I think like 18, $20 an hour. So you want that job? Like, all right, cool, take it. You'll be part of the
Yeah.
shop, but you're not gonna turn wrenches, but
There's
you're still
still
part
part
of
of
the.
Yeah.
cool thing about what you were saying. A couple of things that you talked about. One, obviously, if they put you in the position that you're most qualified for, well, you're not going to struggle as much. You know, it's good that it helps you that way. And I lost the train of thought. If we talk for a minute, I'll think of the other one again.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know, but what you're saying is like my dad used to tell me, man. He used to have a saying in Spanish, like I said, he would always tell me, no siempre se hace lo que quieres hacer, mijo. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like, you know, and that's the saying that my dad always had, and that stuck with me because I mean, if I wanted to do what I wanted to do, I would have been doing something completely different from turning wrenches. But the great thing about it, though, that I can say my personal experiences as I've been turning wrenches and learning about this, man, I've been so much more passionate for it. You know what I'm saying? That I love it
yeah,
now. You know what I'm saying? That
well,
back in
hell
the
yeah,
day, I probably would have been like completely turned off. Like, nah, you know, nobody wants to be getting their hands dirty or anything like that. You know.
yeah,
But being involved with it so long, you start getting the taste for it, and you know, and especially when you start learning. Like in my personal, that's my personal experience. Like that's what I like. I like learning. You know what I'm saying? So as I learn
yeah,
something new that I could add to the repertoire, I'm like, man, I learned something new. You know what I'm saying?
oh
I can
hell
put
yeah,
this to practice. And that boosts me up. But I always remember my dad used to always tell me that, man. Like I said, you know, my dad used to always say that no siempre se hace lo que uno quiere hacer, mijo. Acuérdese de eso siempre. Okay, está bueno, pa.
yes, es cierto.
You know.
But
Yep.
yeah, it's an awesome feeling, man. When you fix something like, say it passed the three or four techs and nobody can fix it, right? So it goes on your hands and you're like, damn, man, que tienes esta madre. You're like tripping out, and you fix it. You're like, hell yeah, like you feel like a
it's a good
badass, you know?
Yeah.
And then what was wrong with it? What was wrong with it? And like I tell my thing in Spanish too, like my dad would tell me, don't tell him what you did. I mean, so I tell him a magician never reveals his secrets. You know what? Un mago no revela sus secretos. Like next time you break it, dude, don't like you're now we're working on it for an hour and you chicken out because you know what? Keep on going until you fix it, man.
Exactly. You eventually find it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like I tell people, I mean, like, man, you know, kind of shit, Ram. I'm like, no, I mean, I learn. I mean, I don't know everything. When I don't know something,
Yeah.
I go ask questions, and if the guys don't know, like I got friends at Ford, I got friends at Caterpillar. I'll give them a call. You know what, John Deere? Like, you know, I got a problem with this track, this and that. Like, try doing this and doing that. All right, cool. So next time when I get it, I know how to fix
Yeah,
it. You know,
you got your support system.
That's
Your
why it's
network.
always good. Yeah.
we
You
as
got to
techs,
use
we
your
don't know everything,
resources.
man. I mean, every day is a new learning day. Everything you learn is awesome. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
We always talk about that on the streams that we get on, you know, because there's always a young buck in there asking about, you know, he coming up in the field and what to do in the job. And the same one thing we all say is ask questions. Just don't ask the same question, you know, every single day. Ask a
Yeah.
question, and if you have to write a note, take a note, do what you have to do, but retain it, learn it, you know, because
Yep.
people will be willing to help. But if you ask me one thing and then you every single day they're asking a different person the same question, it's like, come on, dude, are you trying to learn this or you just want us to do it for you? What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, man.
And
Yeah.
I remember what you say about what you were talking about. What's cool about, I mean, it's you're not having the certification program, but learning on the job. I mean, that's good because certification, sometimes you take classes and like I'm a prime example, man. I did the Ford Fact program. 90% of it, I don't do. I do the diesels, but the diesel wasn't even part of the Ford Fact program. You know, I learned that on the job. Well, after I went to Ford, then Ford sent me to the diesel class for diesel training, and then I learned hands-on. You know, so by them learning hands-on at the shop, what you guys do, where you guys do it, they're learning the stuff they have to do every day instead of stuff that maybe is not as important.
Yeah, because I mean, I had a couple at my ACs. I was gonna be a smog tech. That was my thing when I was graduating. When I went to school, like
Yeah.
smog tech, that's where the money's at. You know, get dirty, and I'm like, cool. So I got my license for being a smog tech. I took my L1, A6, all that, and then I kept on keeping up with my ACs. But then here at work, they don't ask for none of that. I'm like, why am I gonna go pay for an AAC that I mean I can take it for myself, you know, but the company doesn't pay you extra. I mean, So I never did my recertifications. I mean, I'll keep on going like online and stuff and taking like, see if I still got to take like a practice test, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah,
Keep yourself on your toes, right?
yeah. And still, like, a lot of things come out, right? So I'll download like PDFs on my phone and look how the new stuff is, like our diesels, our trucks and stuff, like tractors. Then I know what, when I go in, I don't go in blind, you know? I already know a little bit something about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff like that, man. Like, I do my own training sometimes. I go home and I'll just start reading those PDFs and start how things work, you know?
So speaking of that, how has the whole emissions thing affected agriculture as far as having emissions requirements and stuff?
Oh, man, that's freaking crazy. It's like, I think we got one more year and then our trucks got to be all 2012 or newer. So even tractors and harvest equipment. Like,
They're
So
already
so you guys are gonna have to upgrade y'all's trucks then, or what?
yeah. Like right now, we got a
Wow.
couple of tractors and harvest equipment that has, it's all like tier 4 emissions. It's got PDF, diff, all that system. But it's nothing but problems, man, because all of our stuff, like our harvest equipment, idles all day, just creeping along in the field.
yeah.
So it can't do its job right. All the SCR system clogs up with diff. It makes big old like rock candy chunks in the muffler and the
Yeah, the crystallization. Yeah.
Our diff injectors start leaking. I mean, it's all low pressure in the diff pump. I mean, it's been crazy, man. It's been giving a lot of hell, but it's
Yeah.
making money.
Plus,
But,
long idles are always really bad for emission systems, man. Your EGR
yeah.
cooler, at least on trucks, right? You got your EGR coolers getting clogged up. You know what I'm saying? Your DPF getting clogged up all the time, or your DOC rather.
Yeah.
You know. So
I think about it.
man,
That's
that's
probably
gonna be crazy.
1 o'clock in the morning to go do a regen. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These things, they're getting
Crazy, man. Everything is either a knock sensor went out, a bad EGR pressure sensor. You know what? A heat sensor, something went out. So it's always something, man. But
Yeah.
since we went to the new stuff, it's been crazy, man. Every day something emission related. Every freaking day.
That man. How about those 3208s? You still have a lot of those left? I remember you posting saying you only had like a few of them left.
Yeah, we got out of the trucks here. We don't do them anymore. We leave like 15 in Salinas. We leave 20 here in Yuma, and we got like 4 in here in California. But yeah, they're in the last year in California, man.
And those are the best, man. I love those ones.
Fun, man. I mean, those I know the engines out. I can rebuild them. I mean, change timing cover, timing gear, injection pump, you name it. I mean, it's all easy. Just mechanical.
It's easy money.
So,
Oh hell yeah.
let me ask you a question, Ramiro. Since you guys are gonna, or your company's gonna have to upgrade, right? Like you said, it's gonna be a mandatory upgrade. Are they gonna put you through some training to kind of get caught up on the new updated systems, or you just gotta have to learn as they come?
Right now, it's learning as they come, man. And I'm the only one here at the shop that knows about it because I'm already fixing the stuff, right? I mean, all the new guys they're not gonna screw with it. But no, man. I mean, I told my supervisor about it. I mean, we should get some training from Cummins or something. Go to a Peterbilt dealer. No, you can do it. So I do the stuff on my own, which kind of sucks, you know.
Yeah. Well, the
I mean,
thing
like,
is, man, a lot of the some of the diags sometimes become it differs from year to year. Like even
oh yeah,
whenever you
hell
check,
yeah.
like if you check resistance, like on the def dozer and stuff like that, they'll start changing from year to year.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And I think that's what I
Even
told my
though-
supervisor. Like say I'll get a code like for a bad depth sensor, like low pressure, right?
Mhm.
And he will assume it's a diff injector that went bad and not a pressure sensor inside of the diff module. So then I'll just buy everything. Like you're wasting a lot of money, man. You bought the diff module, then you bought the dosing valve, and I mean they can be both things too, you know. But why spend all that money instead of getting the proper
Exactly.
diagnostic, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
parts.
So sometimes
Because and then you're not like even sure what actually fixed it, right? Because you just replaced everything together.
which doesn't make sense. Like sometimes and then a lot of times all stuff needs to be updated, right? A new update came out for the dosing module or something, whatever, and then they don't want to take it to the dealer. Like try doing it here. Like it's not gonna do it, man. You got to go to a dealer.
Mhm.
No, you want to replace this, replace that. It's not gonna fix it. And then
It's all.
It's a
then later,
mandatory update, yeah.
stupid. You know what? Little things like that. But these guys don't care, man.
So
We got a lot
what
of-
software do you guys use for your? Do you guys have the dealership software to do the upgrade? Or is that why you guys
we have the Bosch. The what scanner is it? I forgot which one it is, but it's a heavy duty one. that does all the like
Yeah,
the I get like Caterpillar, John Deere, case all that, and Peterbilt.
Y'all use J Pro or something?
Nah, man, we just use whatever the bars came. We're gonna get that Cummins. What is it, the Insight?
Insight,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the guy came and he showed us around and everything. And then the supervisor said, I'm on it. And we're still on it, man. It hasn't even showed up. He just demoed it to us and everything, and it was cool. But yeah, like all
You
that
know
stuff.
the cool thing about like it's not really Insight, but if you guys actually subscribe to QuickServe, which is like their website where you could go diag. It actually helps you out a lot, man, because you can actually open up EDS cases, or not even EDS case, but you could go to like the fault code analyzer, right, Ty? And you
Yeah.
put like all these different fault codes, and it'll actually tell you which one to start troubleshooting first.
And that's the
You
most
know?
current information too. So it's more
Yeah,
than the
exactly.
book and whatever the last update you did on Insight, it's even above that because it's real time update.
Yeah,
That's
real time
awesome, man.
update. Yeah,
but
you go.
the
Go ahead.
thing that sucks about here, I mean, everybody like say the things are getting fixed, right? So if we have one truck that we're having problems with, like, after a while, like, you know what? Let's take it to the dealer. But the thing is, that dealer, the downtime is freaking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Especially with us here. I mean, the whole industry is nothing but we got a couple of dealers around here that suck.
Mhm.
And you think my truck is be there for like a month or two, man.
Same here with the buses. Same exact thing.
wow.
So some of our boss or parts guys, they rather spend that money on that extra part that wasn't even, you know what? Just change these parts. It's gonna fix it no matter what.
Yeah,
And
I could see that.
ultimately, you're losing more money without having that vehicle.
Yeah.
Doing its
The
job.
downtime here sucks. So the thing is, like, one of our new call it a shuttle. It takes a load out of our harvesters and loads on the trailers, right? So I think it has a little Cummins, a little 4 point something. Forgot what it is. Well, anyways, it has a whole diff system on it. And these guys rather they bought a brand new the whole after treatment system, which was like $5,000 instead of just fixing it. Like, put everything brand new. Are you serious?
Whoa.
Yeah. We don't want to be fucking with it no more. So yeah.
Wow.
Like,
That's
damn. But yeah, this company rather spend money on stuff like that than downtime, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So what are you guys gonna be upgrading to? Like, what year is it gonna be? 2012 and newer, or do you already know what?
No, they get new
what
stuff. I mean, like right now, our trucks, our newest ones are 2017 Peterbilt 579s with the
Oh,
Cummins
okay.
ISX12s,
Yeah.
and they're all just with their 8-speed. And but the newer trucks they're getting, I mean, like the tractors are all like their New Holland, John Deere, I mean Caterpillar. That's all stuff that, I mean, it's uncharted water for a lot of the guys here. I mean, they don't have to diagnose anything. You see the wiring hole sensors, and they're like,
Yeah.
give it a ram. I mean, like, I don't know everything. Like, tell the guys, I don't know everything. Like, I mean, mechanically wise, like turning wrenches, like everything, like anybody can do it. You know, it's all nuts and
Yeah.
bolts, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
the nitty gritty of the diagnostics, I mean, that's a whole different level, man. I mean, a lot of people are afraid of it. Like around here, like, I mean, I don't care. I mean, I diagnose our Fords, our Peterbilts, whatever I can to a certain level, right? After that, when I can't do it anymore, or I'm stumped, you know, I tell my boss, you know what, man, you got to take it to a dealer. You have to. We can't be changing parts out of puro pendejo, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But like you said, it's not my money, it's the company's money. So, all right, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't they have like a yearly budget that they can put into the vehicle, or just does that?
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, the company here, they got so much money. They like sometimes they make our own harvesters here in shop, right? Like they'll make them, they'll design the hydraulics and everything. They got engineers, but if they don't like that machine, they just junk it. Somebody spend like $1 million on a custom harvester and they just junk because they don't like it.
Wow.
Because the owner of Bud of California is a Dole, you know, like the bananas, Dole Fresh Vegetables.
Yeah.
They own a Bud of California.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
They bought a Bud back in the late 70s.
Uh-huh.
They bought them off, so. Yeah,
That's kind of funny that you say that because right down the street from my dad's house is a big, I guess, Bud of California. I guess their fields or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just down the road from that, they built this giant refrigerator warehouse for Dole. And it was active for the longest time, and then just recently, over the past, I would say, like year or two, they just abandoned it. It's just sitting there.
Yeah, because they outsource that cooler. Somebody else is cooling their stuff for us down there.
Oh,
The
really?
thing is, supposedly that cooling facility wasn't making money; it was losing money,
Uh,
so that's why they closed it.
it's a nice facility. It's just sitting there though. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's what it is, man. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, I mean, it's a good company here where I work. I mean, I would have quit a long time ago. I mean, like everywhere you go, man, you're gonna have people that you don't like or people don't agree with you. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's a job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
And
you
there's no perfect job either, right?
Yeah.
got to pay bills.
I was gonna ask you too. So, how did you get into Bud? I mean, do you have family and relatives that worked there before, or?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my uncles worked at Harvest and Celery.
Uh-huh.
And then my cousin, he was in charge of the harvest mains for the Oxnard deal. So he was in charge of all the mechanics, welders, and drivers. So I got hired here. And when I was in Salinas, you're going to get hired for Bud. I'm all like, you want to work for them? I'm like, yeah, I need a job. Because before that, I worked 6 months working for what's called Discovery Luxury Motor Coach Charters, working on buses. I
Yeah.
was a serviceman. It was a graveyard shift, man, from 10 to 6 in the morning.
Wow.
And it freaking sucked, man. We had nothing but those motor coach industries, MCI buses.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a serviceman, and when I didn't service them, I had to help the guys clean them out.
Oh
I was
yeah.
in charge of the shitter, man, to clean the bathroom and the bad
Oh
times.
yeah. Yep.
Oh,
But yeah, so I started working here. Then my uncle's he's in charge of the harvest side of things, like the harvest maintenance for the machines.
Right.
So then I got hired. My brother got hired. My twin brother, I have a twin, does the same thing. So he got hired. Then my cousin got hired. So it's like a family deal here.
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's
man.
cool.
You know, you can trust the work, bro.
Yeah.
Most
So the thing I wanted to touch up a little bit on is like over the years how kind of a lot of things have changed. Like before it was just strictly work, it was just strictly business, but you kind of see it transition into like it's like your passion now.
Oh
in
yeah,
agriculture. Man. The photos that you take and the photos that you post about the people working and stuff like that, it's become like a passion. And I just kind of wanted to touch up on that a little bit.
Yeah, like when I started my Instagram, it was nothing but turning wrenches. You know how it was, right?
Yeah.
I was taking out trannies, engines, I mean everything, and everything mechanical wise, right? But then people like, oh man, you should take some pictures of people harvesting out in the field. I'm all like, all right, cool. Then take a picture of that sunset. I'm like, people are gonna like that, so I'll take a picture of that, right? The field.
Yeah.
So people start liking that more than turning wrenches. I'm like, all right, I'll make into that then.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll put up like, you know what, making easy money like drive lines or engine work or pulling a cab out of a Ford.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they like the freaking fields and the pictures and the people harvesting. That's what they like. So I'm like, why'd you live it at that, man?
It's interesting though because a lot of people they don't know what it takes to get food in their house. They just go to the store and they buy it, but they don't know the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I got a lot of people from back east, like a lot of farmers, like they're like grain farmers, like wheat and corn, like soybeans, and like, wow, I trip out. That's how they harvest lettuce. That's how it's grown, like cabbage or celery. Like they don't know what's going on, you know. So they find it like that's badass, and I'm like, for me, it's like whatever, man. I grew up around that.
Yeah, but that's the thing that tripped me out too, is because Oxnard was mainly all agriculture.
Yeah.
And so growing up, that's all I saw. And then slowly it's starting to kind of go away. But all you know is California. California feels sunny. Occasionally it's foggy, but for the most part, we got good soil. Everything grows good here. But we don't think about what it's like to grow in the East or like in the Midwest and stuff like that, where it gets colder than shit.
Yeah, man.
And since I started following you and you started posting more other people, and I started checking out their stuff, it kind of opened my eyes a little bit more to see what's out there.
Yeah, I got a friend who his family owns like a bunch of acres in Idaho, and more than like 2/3 of their farm is potato farm. And in Idaho they get the frost. I can see what he calls it. They call it the potato harvest because they got to beat the frost, they got to beat the ice, or else they lose all their crop, their farms. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's not like harvesting in concrete, man. The ground turns so hard.
Yeah, I bet. That probably tears up blades and stuff, right?
Big time.
Tyler, you were talking about like the I did a little bit of research, man, when I found out we were going to talk to you, and I didn't know this. I mean, I knew we had a lot of farms and stuff in California, but I didn't know that it produced the 5th most amount of food in the world and the most in the United States for farming. And I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. I mean, considering, though I know California is huge, but I didn't realize we were putting out, that much food to the world, not just to themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I saw what Ramiro posts and stuff like that, but I moved out to Sacramento in 2018, and I lived out there for a year. And I was constantly making the commute from Oxnard to Sacramento every month. And 90% of the drive, you're just driving through agriculture the whole time.
Yeah.
It's just a trip.
What's a lot of people don't know, like around like Salinas, like where I'm from, like all that part of like the central coast of California, it's all ag. I mean, most of the jobs, even if you're not directly involved in ag, it has something to do with it. You know what? Like if you're work for like Peterbilt or something, like 100% of the stuff right there at Peterbilt and our dealer in Salinas, it's all ag related, man.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just a little bit about like construction, but it's mostly all ag equipment. All those trucks are used to move harvest food equipment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like everybody that works, it's like they all work for ag in the area. So, I mean, it's kind of awesome. That's why I tell everybody. I mean, if you're involved in ag, I mean, it's not about being a farmer. I mean, a mechanic, welder. I mean, it's all part of the same group,
There's so much more behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Like a lot of people just say, "Oh, the farmer." Like I'm a farmer. I mean, all those people that harvest, people that work the tractors, work the land. I mean, mechanics. That's all part of the game, man.
And then there's like a science part of it too, right? Like engineers and scientists that they kind of do the soil and all that.
Yeah, you got like agronomists and then like fertilizer techs and all that.
Yeah, it's a trip. So how about those new trucks you guys got? You guys made the transition from the Fords to the Chevys, right?
Oh yeah.
What engines are in the Chevys?
They got some 6.2s. Most of them are 6.2s.
So the Duramax.
6.6 for the Duramax.
Uh-huh.
Diesels and the gas are the 6.2s or gasoline.
Oh,
or
gasoline.
6.2, I think it is.
Uh-huh.
I haven't worked on them. The only thing we've done them is just service them. That's not my cup of tea anymore. So
all under warranty, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
But you got all the new stuff. Oh, nice.
I haven't touched none of those.
They look nice though.
Yeah, not yet, anyways. But here we run equipment down to the ground, man. I mean, in less than a year, they'll have 100,000 miles already.
Wow.
Yeah.
We try to get new trucks every 2 years. I mean, I just got a new service truck after 16 years, man. I got that new Chevy 4500.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine I had an old 7.3. It was an 95. And I was still using it. I retired that. Then I got 2008 with a service body. Then they gave that to somebody else because I wasn't going to the field a lot. I was in the shop. Then I got this one. Which is pretty cool, but I miss my old one, man. My old one, I would crash or hit something with it. Nobody would care. This one, a little scratch. Hey, what happened here?
It's a work truck, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Old Chevy, man. A lot of companies here in the valley, here in Salinas, I mean, they switch over to Chevy. I don't know. The thing is, with the 6.7s, man, the diesels, it was nothing but problems. We got high pressure pumps going out, losing fuel systems, blowing up engines, rust through blocks. I mean, it was bad.
The 6.7s, that's Ford's only solo diesel engine that they designed and built, right?
Yeah.
Before that, it was International.
That was the one International and built their own. Yeah.
We'll see how that goes in the future. They really have they changed much on those at all or no?
If you think about it, though, the 7.3 was out for a while. The 6.0 was out for what? Well, I guess it was from 03 to 07 in the truck and up to 2010 in the van. And then the 10 and 11, the 6.4 didn't last very long at all. And dude, we're in 2021. The 6.7's been out 10 years now.
Yeah,
it goes by quick, man. It's crazy how fast it flies. But the 6.7 came out in 2011. So
it's a strong engine, but I mean, the fuel system real sensitive on those damn trucks. Put a little bit of gas in it, that's it. Yeah. Your fuel system's out.
I remember when
the old 7.3s, you put gas, just drain it, run a little bit through the system, it won't hurt anything. Now those fuel systems, junk.
Yeah, my old service truck was 2015 6.7, and we ran bio in it. I ran biodiesel in it, and that was in the early stages, and I don't work there anymore, so I don't have that truck, but I'm curious what the fuel system's like on that one.
it's all that common real stuff where it is Bosch, the high pressure oil pump, high pressure fuel pump with the injectors, and the Ford has those piezo injectors in it that are all, you got to code them all to the engine because they got the IQAs on them and shit.
Each injector you have to code. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like when you look at the valve cover to get the code for the engine, when you're, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Those are all crazy, man. So did you guys get a deal on the Chevys? Is that why they switched?
Yeah, because I think they bought like 60 brand new like 1500s, and they got 16 service trucks 4500s. They got a couple of 3500s, and I don't know what else they got, but yeah, they got a couple of Tahoes for the office. But yeah, they get a good deal.
And some fleet salesman, man, made out that day.
Somebody made good money, man.
Yeah, no, are they buying directly from General Motors, or are they buying from a local dealer?
But with Ford, it was directly from the dealer with Ford. I don't know how I don't know if it's from a dealer or directly from the General Motors.
Damn, because somebody's making some bank off that.
I'm assuming it's from a local dealer because we got a Gold Star dealer here in Salinas, what it's called, and all the license plates say Gold Star on them. So
Okay, yeah.
maybe somebody made good money.
Yeah.
Somebody made that easy money.
Hell yeah, man. Easy money, baby.
The fleet department, man, that's how they work. If a fleet salesman can make a sale, he's not selling a truck to a guy. He's selling a fleet of trucks to a company. So
yeah.
That's good money.
Even like the guy that sold us all our tractors for harvest side of things. I mean, that guy, I think he's like related to one of the guys here in operations. So kind of shady.
Yeah, little inside deal right there, huh?
Yeah.
That's usually how it is, though.
Yeah, I mean everywhere. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? It's like we got some companies that haul equipment for us here, back to Salinas, back and forth. We used to do it ourselves, but now some company hauls it for us. But the thing is, they're related to someone here, so no, man, somebody's getting money.
Yeah.
So there's some politics being played too, huh?
Yeah. That's how it is everywhere, though.
Yeah.
What do you think? Are you where you want to be? I mean, do you want to move up in your company? Is there is there room for advancement? Like be beyond the top foreman or a crew foreman?
Yeah, like right now, I want to say a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, I got to make shop foreman, which is cool. I got an extra hour overtime when it's slow, which is never slow around here, but it's an hour and $2 extra, which is something, and then you get to do whatever you want. Like, say if I want to work on that truck or change the tranny or whatever I want to do, I pick my jobs. If not,
you pick your jobs. That's sweet, yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, when the guys can't fix something,
they go to you.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's cool, man. I mean, like I said, I mean, I get to do. There's certain like you can go like during the middle of the day. You want to take your lunch. As soon as you walked in, you can sit down and just be like this on your phone. You won't take anything.
So, what kind of paperwork's involved in your job? Do you have to do a lot of paperwork, or?
Yeah, man. Like I gotta do my work orders whenever I fix things and check everybody's times and work orders on their times. Like somebody changed their tranny out, check how long they took, and they didn't have any snags and see if they did it right. Go double check their work. You know what? Go underneath the truck, make sure no bolts are broken off, make sure everything's tight down, and everything's looped up, nothing's loose, stuff like that. But
you guys have your own like parts department, or do you guys have to order your own parts?
No, we got our parts department. We got like 6 guys. We got 2 parts runners and then like 4 guys inside the shop, filters, and we got a lot of spare parts like axles, differentials, alternators, injectors. I mean, stuff like that.
I know you got to have drive. You're doing 2 a day.
Yeah, man, with drive lines, like we got like 3 mechanics for the shop, right? So each, like my truck, I carry always 6 spare drive lines every day, 6, and I'll probably go for a month or 2. I mean, they'll be gone. I got to make a new one.
That's crazy.
And those trucks have the one for the 4-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. It's one of the long ones. We got one for the transfer case, 2. We got 4 drive lines on those trucks.
Wow.
But the one that always breaks is the one that from the transfer case to the drive-through differential. They always snap that one. That one likes to break for some reason.
It's the weakest link, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I know I brought it up to you in the past before, but all the lubricants that you guys use on that agriculture equipment, it all has to be food safe, right?
Yeah. Like all the hydraulic stuff, it's all food grade oil, but like the engines, it's all regular motor oil or ATF. But just the hydraulic systems of food grade.
So in the event that something really like catastrophic happens out in the field and you guys damage the crops, is that a big loss in money to the company?
I mean, when the price is good, they lose, but they won't lose anything, man. Because the thing is, say a truck, say a rod came out through the block, right, and it made a hole in the oil pan. There's oil everywhere. So they'll mark off like half of the field, like with a crime scene tape and people's stakes. So they won't harvest that field anymore.
Okay.
They'll just, you know what, junk it, and whatever was harvested, they won't even take that anymore. Even if it was prior to the leak, they just won't take it anymore. Who knows why? But that's the thing.
Wow.
How it works.
And they just
they lose money, man.
And they don't use that field anymore, or that area that was contaminated. They don't like dig it up, clean, or put
we
in
gotta
new
dig it
soil or
up, man.
something.
Sometimes we have to dig it up with shovels.
Oh
The plan
wow!
was 55-barrel drums. Like even it's our own fields, our own ranches. We gotta be digging with a shovel, and then or bring the backhoe. We got backhoes and the wrenches, so they come and dig it out and they put it in the back of a truck. Then they'll put it somewhere else.
And then would they fill it up with new soil, and then they reuse it again, or
Yeah,
they
they just rework the ground again, like with a tractor. They'll disc it up and they'll move the dirt around, and like it never happened. But like all the tractors, we call them a diaper. We call them Pampers, but it's made of like rubber and plastic. So the thing goes in the bottom of the belly pan of the tractor from all over the radiator to the back to the hydraulic set. So we got a leak, it's gonna leak on that.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then all the hydraulic cylinders and hoses, you got like a little guard on the bottom, so it's the seal starts going bad, it falls in that little pan. So I mean, it's all about food safety.
That's cool.
So who's doing the pre-checks and the post-checks on the equipment? You or the operator?
Operators.
Operators?
Yeah, that's their job.
Supposedly, right?
Yeah.
Are they doing thoroughly the way they're supposed to?
Yeah, even our drivers, our pre-trip, they'll just come in, pop the hood, check the oils sometime, and just drive off.
Yeah.
Then you guys will freaking air up the truck. They'll fucking at night they'll drain all the valves and make sure they drain the tanks. They'll hit their tires, make sure everything's right, check their lights. The old guys, they don't do none of that. They just drive off, man. I put an oil yesterday, it should be good. Well, they just serviced it. No problem with it, but
it made it back.
Yeah.
It got me back to the shop, man. I'm good. Running great.
Yeah. What else we got?
And I'm amazed at how much work that you guys put in, man. You say 12, 15 hours, and then they'll still call you at 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, when you say you guys are short staffed, what are you talking 2-3 mechanics or 40 mechanics or?
Right now we got 36 mechanics in total. That's what the fab guys and mechanics. I mean, it's 36 of us.
And how many would it take to not be understaffed?
I want to say like 15 more guys would be right.
So you're looking at about 50 guys. 15,
yeah. Because the thing is now, like, when something breaks down, it's not no more preventive maintenance. It broke down already because they keep on using it.
Yeah.
Like they'll snap axles in our trucks, and they'll keep on driving throughout the day. So that axle's broken inside the yoke, and it keeps on messing up the housing, like where the bearing right. So now it messed up everything,
Mm-hmm.
Or now the differential broke because the axle shop broke inside. So now it's tearing up the pieces of bearing inside. So now it's just repaired. It's not preventive maintenance anymore.
Yeah, it's hard. At that, you're right. At that point, you're just making a repair.
Yeah, that's how it is now. Now we got like 4 or 5 trucks here in the yard. But when for repairs, so repairs.
And out of those 15 guys that you think you need, some of those would have to come with some experience, or y'all would just probably take on like just completely newbies and y'all teach them along the way.
I want to say maybe half would be people that already know what they're doing, and the other half would be like apprentices.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, a lot of people don't want to work here because nobody wants to leave your family for 8 or 6 months out of the year, Nobody wants to travel up and down. So
that's the biggest con, right?
People that do get hired, they'll come in here or just Salinas, just the area, then you got to go to Yuma. Yuma, what the hell is that, Arizona? I ain't going there, so they'll quit. Wow. And every company is like that, man. Nobody wants to travel because, it's hard. Like, I don't have any kids, right? Just me and my wife, but then, like, if I don't go home in 3 weeks, like, what are you doing over there? Did you get a side piece or something?
She's Mexican too, right?
Yeah.
Hey, she's Mexican too, right?
Yeah, man.
So she's real jealous, man. You know the
Oh
Latinas,
yeah,
man.
like
They can be very jealous.
oh hell yeah, like my Instagram, like I get DMs all kinds, like from like chick that are farmers or just friends here in the area, and like yeah, probably your side bitches and like
Oh, that's
yeah,
Oh
funny.
man.
Yeah,
yeah.
I follow Ram's wife on Instagram. She's pretty cool.
How long you been together?
We've been together since 2010, man.
Wow.
Oh man,
What's
that's
it?
here.
We got married in 2012, so yeah, it's been a while.
So
That's good, man.
has she gotten used to it though? Like, every year you go to Yuma, like or she's still kind of,
She gets used to it now. Like when I leave, it's hard. She was like,
yeah.
"Oh, I don't want you to go." Like the first day I leave, she gets all buttered and sad.
Uh-huh.
But after like 2-3 weeks, she's like, "All right, I'm used to
Yeah.
it. I got the house to myself. I can do whatever I want. You're not
So
making a mess."
when you leave, how long are you gone for?
Uh,
Can you
the
explain that?
longest I've been gone, I used to go like during time, like time wise, it's like 4 to 5 months. It all depends on the harvest.
So you'll be in Yuma for 4 to 5 months,
Yeah, but I go home every 3 weeks to a month. I try to go home.
and how long do you spend at home? Like a week or
Like
weekend?
when Christmas and New Year's, I got like 10 days off.
Okay,
But I usually I go Thursday, get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, come back Monday. I always get like 3 to 4 days off. Well, 2 of
All
those
right.
days are for travel because it's 10-hour drive one way, 10-hour back, so that's 2 days right there.
Mhm.
Which sucks too, man. I don't take the plane because I got to go all the way to San Jose and then drive an hour there back to home and an hour back. Be there an hour early, so I mean, rather just drive.
Yeah.
So it does have a lot of pros and cons to be working out there, right?
Yeah, man.
like
I mean,
if
I
you,
seen a lot of guys here get divorced. I mean, a lot of guys been divorced through this job.
Yeah,
that's got to be
I can
hard.
see it happening.
Like, do you think if you had like young children, I mean, man, it's that's just rough, man. I've got it. I work 4 12-hour days usually, and then sometimes a fifth or a sixth 10-hour day. At least one. Now you're not always sick, but I'm on my boss. I'm telling him, man, I got a 10-year-old at home, man. He doesn't have brothers or sisters. He plays with me. He needs me sometimes, and being gone for 4 or 5, that's got to be rough on families, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I tell a lot of guys here. I mean, when I started here, I mean, yeah, I buy my quad, I go hunting a lot, I do whatever I want, play around, go fishing. Since I've been working here, that's what I do is work, man. Work.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, it's like you got no life here. It's what kind of sucks. I mean, you try to do something like today's Sunday, right? We didn't work today. Sometimes work Sundays. And man, sometimes it's nothing but work, man. All work and no play, which kind of sucks. But I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, I'm never short of money, I always have money in my pocket.
Well,
Yeah.
I
that's
mean,
good.
but I tell my wife, I mean, she has a good job too. She's a nurse, right? But we don't have to be working a lot. If it was up to me, I wouldn't work 40 hours a week and take off, get Saturday and Sunday off, right?
Mhm.
But the thing is, when you're working like food production, it's no dice, man.
It doesn't stop. Yeah.
And the thing is, since say like the price is up, say like when a box of lettuce, there's 24 heads of lettuce in a box, right? When the box is $5 a box, the companies are making a profit at the end of the day. And sometimes the box is up to $60 a box, so the company's making bank.
Wow.
Wow.
That's how they get all those Chevys and those.
Yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, man, it's hard though. Like that's the only thing that sucks about the job. I mean,
But at the same time, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, how long do you plan on doing this? Do you plan on retiring pretty young, or are you gonna try to ride it out as long as you can?
like all the guys that retired from here, 45, 50 years, man, working for the company.
Wow.
One of I call him my uncle. He's related. His wife's married to one of my dad's brothers. My tío político, we call him.
Yeah.
Well, he's been here for 48 years, man. He's gonna retire when we get back to Salinas. It's a long time, man. But
That's a long time,
so
yeah.
I was never there for my kids, like growing up for baseball games or this or that. My wife would be taking them. He was telling me yesterday. But he's all, yeah, they never needed anything. They always had money. They always had cars. They had whatever they wanted. I mean, he's gonna retire. He's gonna be 62 years old when he retires.
He took care of them.
Yeah, exactly. It's a sacrifice too, right? We sacrifice sometimes time so that they could have a better life than we can, right?
Yeah.
Than we had. So
Mhm.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that's good, man.
like here, yeah, I mean, I'll do it as long as I can. You know, as I don't get hurt. You know what? Break, lose a finger, lose a hand, or something. I'll be doing this the rest of my life. But yeah, we got. I want to move. I definitely want to move the rings here. Like I want to be a supervisor here or a manager. Just sit back and just like be in charge of the shop or the drivers. Like the thing is, this guy's leaving with. I call Mike because he's leaving. He's in charge of the harvest side of the mechanics. So he's like, "You gonna apply to my job?" I'm like, "I don't know, man." Because thing is, like, if your salary, you're 24-hour man. You know your company man now.
Yeah,
it's a good thing you're not turning wrenches, but all the pressure's on you. This broke, that broke down. This needs to be fixed. Like, where's your guys at? What are they doing? It all has pros and cons. I mean, like right now, I'll take off, and if I want to answer my phone and I want in the morning, like all these guys calling me, I can answer. Not I can just let it go. You know.
Yeah.
I choose to answer it. I'm like, all right, I know something broke down. I'll go fix it. But if I don't want to, I don't answer it. I'm not gonna get in trouble.
Right.
Supervisor or manager, you know what? I got to be on call.
That's true.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but down the road, think about it.
And you see yourself continuing to be there this whole time, or like you said, until you retire, or would you think maybe going off and doing something on your own would be something you'd look into or consider rather, like start your own shop at some point?
I always consider that opening up my shop with my brother. Like, let's do it, man. We'll make bank and stuff. But like, a lot of my family, they got their own business, and they're always working too, man. Like when I got married, my uncle has his own shop in over by Huron. It's called Porterville. He's a diesel repair shop. Him and his two sons, they're always freaking working, man. Every day. When I got married, they went to my wedding. Then after the mass, the church part of it was over, they went back to work because they had to get their clients. And then when they don't work, I mean, they're not making money, so they can't go on vacation. Right now, I mean, I got we got that PTO time here, so I get up to like 280 hours of PTO I can accumulate, and I can take time off. I can be on vacation and be getting paid, man. So it all has its pros and cons, but no, man. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna stay here till I die, man, or I get fired.
Whichever comes first, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got you. So, but you are considering maybe taking, like you said, like the management position, or
yeah, probably. I'm interested in that, man, because I applied a couple of times, being charge of the Oxnard deal, but I didn't have experience as a foreman or anything, so the other foreman got the job. So
now you got
then I can stay all year if I wanted in Salinas. I mean, I don't have to travel.
That's exactly what I was going to go to. That if you were to get that management position, then you'd be able to just stay at home, right?
Yeah, and even now as a mechanic, like you can switch over to the farm side of things. They work all year in Salinas, so they don't have to travel to the farm. Or transplant guys that are transplanting the lettuce and stuff. There's 3 mechanics for that. They're the supervisor. They don't travel. They stay all year.
Well, that's nice.
Which is cool too.
Is that your primary crop? Is lettuce? Is that pretty much all you guys do, or?
No, the lettuce is the main thing. That's what we have more harvest crews just for lettuce, but it's lettuce, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, spinach, kale.
Pretty much all cruciferous vegetables, right?
Yeah, all types of like leafy greens, like butter, lettuce, all that bullshit.
Yeah,
but yeah, so veggies, man.
Wow.
We used to have the berries. The berries, I think strawberries.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
but I don't know what happened with lawsuits. So they closed the Oxnard deal in Santa Maria, and they closed here in Salinas. So now some company harvests the berries for us. Then we had blueberries in Stockton too.
Wow.
They got rid of that. Well, the thing is with like Dole, they buy a lot of companies. They buy like small companies, like mom and pops. And once they're doing good, they'll sell the company. Who knows why? Or they just get rid of it in total. So they can control the market. Who knows?
Yeah.
Monopolize.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I went to Oxnard High School, and to the left and to the right of me was just strawberry fields. Yeah. And I would walk through them on the way home, and they were strawberries for the longest time, and now they don't do strawberries anymore.
Yeah, and then a lot of fields. I mean, a lot of farmers, like they don't want to. Their kids don't want to be farmers. You know, they want to do their own thing. So the farmer will end up selling his land. They'll make a school. They'll make a shopping center. They'll make houses. Yeah, that's what's going in Salinas right now too.
That's
the last like 8 years. There were like 4 brand new high schools in Salinas and like a couple of like a Lowe's, Home Depot, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of farmers are going away.
They just they got rid of one of the largest longest lasting and largest farms here in Oxnard just sold recently to Amazon, and they're building a big ass Amazon fulfillment center. But that was one of the last big farms we had.
That's freaking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of people like from La Raza that come off maybe like from the fields and stuff like that and get into the mechanics and then pretty much start doing well for themselves as well?
Yeah, man. Like here, I want to say like 90% of the guys are Raza from the field. They come in and then they learn how to do something here at the shop. Like they'll be good at turning wrenches or they open up their own shop. And a lot of the guys have their own shops, man, in Salinas, and they used to work here.
So it's a great opportunity for people for Raza coming, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
And they want to progress, like go ahead and take advantage of that as well, right? That's really good to see, man. That's really cool, man.
There's like 8 guys that got their automotive shop. One guy has a welding shop, and one guy has his upholstery shop. So, and they all came from here, man.
See,
that's cool.
That's really
not
cool.
just that, there's like 8 companies here in the valley. They were foremen here, right? They started working here picking lettuce. They became harvest foremen, and now they got their own labor contractor companies, and they all came from here too.
Wow.
A lot of guys. So this is pretty cool too.
A lot of times we just limit ourselves, right? Because like they say, the sky's the limit, man. You know, there's so much that we can do.
Take advantage of this stuff, man.
Right, man. You need the gun.
Exactly, man. You just gotta play the cards you're dealt, right?
Yeah. And I think here, like at my job, like the supervisor always telling me the guys have been here for 40 years plus. This company is a freaking school. They pay us to learn. It's true, man. That's how it goes. We're getting paid to learn. Some of them, I've done jobs where I fuck up shit. Like they don't say nothing. Like what happened? Well, this happened. Like I put a rear end when I started working here, right? Differential. I just slapped it together. I'm like, I put the same shims on the rear end. I didn't even freaking check backlash, nothing. I let it go. Así va a estar bien. Like I spin the tires. Okay. And then, like 2 weeks later, pinion broke the teeth. I mean, there was too much as the end plate and stuff.
Yeah.
The bearing seized because of the crush sleeve. I just gunned it down with an impact and stuff. And then my supervisor, what happened? I'm all, I don't know. I just gunned everything down with the impact. To the same shims. Me dice, no pasa nada. Ahorita agarramos otro. Like, and then I put it on correct, and I do the backlash, the crush sleeve, do it to a proper, resistance. You know what? When you get a torque wrench, do all that right. All right, I check my teeth, my plate, and everything. All right, cool. And then you don't get in trouble for that stuff here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now it's all Mexicans running the thing here. The supervisors and managers, they're all Mexican American, I should say.
Yeah.
But before they were all white guys from Arkansas. They were all Okies.
Ask, are there any Cavachos over there that try to like?
Yeah, they used to be all widows. I mean, every single one of them was. But they started retiring, and then they don't want to travel, and then their kids work here, and they don't want to be playing in the mud or getting dirty, getting full of grease. They want to do something else,
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to say, but now it's I think there's only one white guy. It's all freaking Mexicans.
Yeah, because I remember you posting on Instagram like some of the old school Bud photos, and it's a bunch of older white guys. Yeah.
There would be like 8 white guys and one Mexican in between them.
Yeah.
And now the table's turned, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. How times have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Here's a question, man. You ever seen that movie, Un Día Sin Mexicanos?
Oh yeah.
You ever wonder like if that were to really happen, like if all Mexicans just decided to stop working,
Dude,
like how effective
crazy,
it would actually be? Huh?
That would be freaking crazy. I mean, if it just would happen in like the people harvesting here side of things, who's gonna eat? Nobody's gonna eat, man.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna raise
Production,
the cows?
everything stops, right?
Yeah, that would be freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Who was the movie?
It just shows you how much power of even as a minority we have, right?
Yeah, man.
We go back to the same thing, man. We just kind of set our own limitations on ourselves.
In California, we're not a minority, though.
What's up?
In California, we are not a minority.
Oh no! But I'm just saying, like overall in the whole U.S., right? We're still considered a minority. So,
Like, trip out on this. I mean, I was talking to Phil last night too after the live, and we're talking about food and this and that, and he was talking about some good Mexican food out there in Michigan, and I'm like, you guys have good Mexican food? Like, I don't believe that shit, But he's like, no, dude, like there's a lot of Mexicans here in Michigan, in Detroit area, and he started talking about some food, and what he was talking about was legit. Like it wasn't,
It wasn't sour cream and cheese, like
Yeah, no, he was talking about some legit stuff, and I'm like,
bean and cheese tacos.
I was just mind blown, dude. I was mind blown. I'm like, damn, like they're all the way out there in Michigan, you know, like that's crazy. Like,
So in the my grandma was born here in 1927, but her oldest brother was born in Mexico City. My great grandfather, came from Chihuahua, Mexico, in like early 1900s or early 1910ish, around there, somewhere around there. And he came across the border and went into Kansas. And he started in Kansas, then he came to Albuquerque, New Mexico, before he settled in El Monte, California. So yeah, man, we scatter. We go.
I was, the same thing I was talking about last night too. Again, like a lot of the stuff's kind of carrying over today. Well, like my grandma only spoke Spanish, but she was from Chicago, and my grandpa, he was from Jalisco, and he spoke English. So I was kind of like, it confused me as a child. I'm like, why does grandma not speak English, but she's from here, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just tripped me out.
What's my mom? My mom, I mean, she understands English. She can talk a little bit. And my dad can talk and read and write and everything. Mom's been here her whole life. She can't talk it, man. She was here when she was little. Maybe when she was like 10 years old. And then my grandma doesn't speak English. She passed away anyways, but straight up Mexican, right? Her sister, she came in, she was young. She looks like she's white, man. My grandma would dress up like the old Mexican abuelitas, you know?
Yeah.
Her little dress and her little scarf thingy, raboso. And you see my hand, like, what? Are these your sisters? Straight up white, you know? Like, what? Like day and night, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad was born in Ciudad Satélite, which is close to Mexico City, and he came over here. Man, he came over here a long time ago, man. But he picked up enough English just to get by, you know. But I mean, he was nothing but Spanish, man, and that's how we pretty much grew up there at the house. My dad would always get mad at us when we would start going to school, and he would always tell us, aquí en esta casa se habla español. Digo, porque allá en la escuela con sus amigos y los maestros hablan inglés todo el día, aquí en esta casa se habla puro español, ¿eh?
That's how it was with us, man.
Yeah, and at that time, I mean, you would kind of be like pissed, like why, you know? But like now that I'm older, man, and I'm bilingual, I'm like, wow, you know, it was a huge blessing. So I pretty much had the same rule at my house too with my daughters, you know.
Well, that's true. That little sister, she was we're like 8. I'm 8 years older. My older sister's 10 years older than her. But anyways, her Spanish, man, she look like she's white. She hardly talks Spanish, and when she talks, it's all crappy, man.
That's probably like me, huh?
It's funny, but if you talk to my mom or my dad in Spanish, you would think they don't speak English, and if you talk to them in English, you would think they don't speak Spanish. But for whatever reason,
my dad.
Yeah, for whatever reason, my brother and I, we never spoke Spanish. It was always English. We always spoke English, and my Spanish that I do know was from my sophomore year in high school when I took Spanish, and working with people and just taking it in. You know, I speak it horribly. I understand it a lot better than I speak it, and that's why I'm embarrassed to speak it sometimes. Like right now, I'm not trying to talk Spanish, man. I'm not going to embarrass myself with you guys, you know. But it doesn't mean I don't understand. You know, like I don't feel it. You know what I mean? I can't explain why my mom and dad, who both my grandmother spoke English and Spanish, but I don't know why that's just what they chose, man. They never spoke to my brother and I in Spanish.
Yeah,
it could have been
how it is.
divorced when we were young, and you know, I don't know, but it's just a trip, man. They both speak it fluently. Well, my dad's passed, but I mean, you wouldn't guess that they spoke. Well, you know, someone from Mexico would. I mean, they speak it perfectly, but there's a different way to speak it when you're from Mexico or when you're from here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they spoke it well.
I think
our friends too, man, that are Spanish. I mean, like, dude, you're freaking Mexican. You know Spanish? Like, dude, my parents never talked Spanish when I was a kid. Like, they're like second generation Mexican. So I mean, American now. They're not Mexican anymore, but they're more white than Mexican. You know. So, but they're brown, but like I got a friend that I went to high school with, named Ramon, right? Raymond he calls himself now, but no, wait, like what are you? I don't know what that means. Dude, you're Mexican. Yeah, but I'm white.
You're a coconut.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, after a while, I mean, you got nobody to talk Spanish with. Like when I started working here, it was nothing but Spanish, man. I had a lot of white boyfriends, back in high school. So I started working here. Nobody would talk Spanish as the supervisors, and me and the service guy, some white guy named George. And then George would go, no, nothing but beaners here, man. So beaners. Or just like, yeah, but beaner. Yeah, but there was old white guys, man. Those guys are pretty cool. I mean, they took a lot of smack, but at the end of the day, they still liked us.
Yeah.
There's the times when they don't too, though, man. 'Cause I remember we went camping out to the desert. We were going to go off roading in jeeps. It was at Ocotillo Wells, down in California. We were going to go ride jeeps out there, and my buddy invited me to go with them. And he worked at a different shop that I worked at, so I went with him and all his friends. So I didn't know any of them, but we're out there and we're kicking back, waiting to meet up with some people. We're at a gas station down there, and this dude's on the phone, this white dude, and he's just chilling and he's talking, and he's not saying it to be funny. He's not saying it to be cute. He's just saying it because that's what he thinks. And he's like, yeah, man, we're over here at the Arco, about 10 miles or 5 miles south of the bean check. And I was like, check this dude out. I'm standing right in front of him and he's talking like that. He's part of our group. I'm going to camp with him for the next 3 days. So whatever. I just remember one day, the last day we were there, I was sitting like kind of behind him. And I started laughing my ass off. And he turns around and said, what's so funny? And I'm looking at the guy. I said, nah, dude. You guys' necks really are red. And I was like, man, I had that one built up for like 3 days, man. Pent up frustration. Man. I was hot. I'm not gonna let that shit slide, man. It was just stupid words, and we weren't gonna fight or anything like that. But I was just like, man, I gotta let him know that this. You can think how you think. He's all let it go. I'll be cool with you, but I'm gonna let you know what you said.
Right?
Yeah, because all the time, like you said, the air, man. I mean, they actually meant what they said. They're not messing around,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, like I got a couple farmer friends.
You can hear it in the.
There's a river over in Salinas where they go camping, right? But then before you get to the river, you have to pay. There's just part of the river. You go down the bridge and you can go get wet down there. Go have a day carne asada or something. And he called it the bean dip.
What's the name of that river?
It's what is it? It's not Salinas River. It's called Arroyo Seco.
Arroyo Seco.
Yeah, I've heard of that place before. Yeah.
Because
it's off of King City. You gotta go.
My mom was talking to me about a beautiful river that was down there when she used to go down there in the 1960s. She was in high school in the 60s. So yeah. She was talking about a beautiful river that they would go, and she couldn't remember the name of it. So I'm going to call her after to tell her, hey, is it the Arroyo Seco?
Probably that, because there's two rivers, Arroyo Seco. The other one is Salinas River. That's a big river, but the Arroyo Seco place where you can go camp and there's campgrounds and stuff. So
that's what she said. Like it was camping and stuff there. It was real pretty. She's going to go there, and that's cool.
Yeah, man.
So how old are you, Ramiro?
35, man.
Oh, you're a young dude. Right on.
But since I don't got a lot of beard or facial hair, people think I'm like in my 20s.
Yeah.
Like, Tyler, look at that guy.
I know. Shit, mine's turning white, man.
Look at that's what the beard I get right here, man.
When I grow it up, if I grew it out, that's what my cheeks would look like too. They like very, very little. It's not a very full beard at all. Too much Indian blood in me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Dang, we're about an hour and 20 minutes in right now.
Has it been an hour and a half almost?
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
There's a time. What time is it? Like half an hour talking or what?
Right. Time flies, man.
Conversation, man. It goes good. It goes fast. It's really cool, man. Yeah, I'm enjoying talking to you. This is cool, man.
This is nothing compared to Jude's 7-hour streams.
Damn, 7 hours.
Yeah.
My closer came with me somewhere around here. Where you going? I'm gonna go to the shop because there's no reception where we live. I live out on the outskirts of Yuma.
Uh-huh.
I work on the field, so there's no signal. So I came to the shop. Here we got good signal.
Hey, that's a question. When you're down there, are you up in a hotel, or does the company have homes that they're in, or how do you guys live?
I rent a house with 5 guys. I mean, I got a room to myself. Something I share with my brother. He's not here because he had a baby, but yeah, it's 5 of us here in the house. No, but the company they pay our housing and everything, so they give us $400 a week. Every week, $400 to pay for our shit.
That's good.
Hey.
And what kind of per diem do they give you for food and all that?
They don't give us anything anymore, man.
Oh, that's on you?
Yeah, all our tools are all ours. The thing is, just shop tools are theirs. I mean, like the big inch and 3/4 impacts are all theirs. Well, I have my own, but the company provides all that. Like big sockets, like everything over 2 inches is theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Like torque wrenches, like 3/4 or 1 inch, or like the torque multipliers. That's all shop stuff.
So what are just because it's we're mechanics and we talk about tools and stuff. That's part of what we even talk about tools on our channels a lot. What tools do you prefer when you're working on all the stuff that you work on?
Man, I mean the thing is, I do a
bit of everything, or
I got a mixer. Mostly it's all Snap-on, most of it. But I have Mac, Harbor Freight, the new Icon stuff. I got the old stuff. Pittsburgh. I mean, like all my impacts.
Everything has their place, man. All tools have their place. Absolutely, 100% agree. And everybody's got something from everywhere in their toolbox. Yes, but
yeah,
like I have on a Mac myself, but I have Craftsman and Stanley and Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
The new that's coming out, Capri and Tecton and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll be seeing like tool reviews and like see like some Japanese brand tool, and I order like I don't know what was it, Koni, or I forgot the name of it. It's with a K.
Chemo.
It was like a double swivel, half-inch impact swivel, like with double U joint, and I bought one, and I mean it was good. I mean, I don't do tool reviews, but I mean like I have everything. Like I have something I like, I'll buy it. Like I got Milwaukee, DeWalt, freaking Snap-on impacts. They're all different.
Whatever gets the job done, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I prefer Snap-on, even though with some of it sucks. I mean, some of you can get Harbor Freight stuff that's better than Snap-on.
So do you?
Like my impact sockets, man. My impact sockets, they're all. I have a lot of Snap-on, right? But I shit you not, my Pittsburgh socket sets, the impact 1/2 inch and 3/8, are the same set I bought 16 years ago. None of them have been broken or rounded off, man.
Wow.
And I use them to drive seals. I mean, whatever I use them for. You know what impact everyday use?
Mm-hmm.
In my Snap-on, I've been replacing my sockets because you know how where the anvil goes, it wears out, right? It rounds them off. Or they freaking crack and stuff. But my Harbor Freight stuff, it's still going, man. 16 years.
You know, I've heard that on I've heard a lot of people, even guys who do like major tool channels. You know, all they do is tool reviews all day long, saying that they prefer Harbor Freight impact sockets.
Yeah, man, I love them. Can't go wrong with them. Like the wrenches, I buy wrenches too. Like say I want to bend one or heat one up so I can fit somewhere, or slim it down, grind it down so I can hold something. That's why I buy those. I don't care if I bend them or I lose them, you know. Harbor Freight, buy a separate $20-$30.
That brings up a good question. How many tools have you lost out in the fields?
Oh man, I've lost brand new impacts, like cordless impacts, like DeWalt's or my Milwaukee's. Like I'll even behind my bumper, I'll change that driveline, right? So I'm gonna feel changing it quick because they want that truck out of the field already, so I can get the load out. So I'm out there taking them off. I take the spare driveline, the bolts and stuff, put it behind my truck. Shit, my impacts. So I go back, and then the harvest already passed through, or there's lettuce everywhere, so I'm digging up trying to see if I can find them. But I lose a lot of tools, man. Dang. A lot. Not just me, the rest of the guys too. Or we got a pry bar or a freaking wrench behind my bumper, take off my truck, and then I see something ding ding go flying off. That's it. I'm not gonna get anymore. But yeah, man, there's a lot of tools.
Do you guys get tool trucks that come to you, or do you get?
Now we only get Snap-on and Matco. Our Mac guy, man, we had 5 guys in the last 16 years, and they're always shady, man. They'll come up for 1 or 2 days and take off, and they don't come back anymore.
I've had the same experience with Mac too.
And I mean, I love Mac. A lot of our stuff's cool, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But the guys
Mac.
don't show up. Like
Our Mac guy only comes around on pay week. I'm not playing, man. That's the only time he comes around is pay week.
But our Snap-on guy, that guy's something else. He's awesome. I mean, we get jackets, hats. We get all kinds of free shit from him, even knives. And then say you get you owe him say $5,000. Or say, how much you want to do down? Get $20, and if he takes off for vacation or take off, you tell him, you know what, Steve, take $100 every week out. You know, so my bets go down. He comes back. So how much you want to do? Well, did you take anything down? Oh, I forgot. He doesn't care. He's a cool guy. He's been with us. He's been coming with us for 35 years. Wow. I've been here 16, but he's already been coming to the same company. It's him and 2 other brothers in the area, Salinas. They're all brothers, and they're all cool, man. They got a shitload of tools.
Wow.
You go on their trucks, they're always stocked, man. You want a good box? You know what? I got some in storage. You all. Say, I got 2 years ago, I got an Epic toolbox. I think the Epic 60. Brand new off the Snap, and it was almost $9,000. He gave it to me for $6,000, so.
Dang.
A good deal.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, but yeah, like I said, tools, they got everything, man. Craftsman, Harbor Freight, you name it. I mean, even some Chinese crap.
Yeah.
Name off brand,
whatever works, man.
Yeah, man.
Same thing with me, man.
It's like my Snap-on stuff. I'll use all right. It was one of the big bosses. I'm pressing me, get my Snap-on shit out. Shiny. And the thing is, since that service truck, man, I can't have nice stuff because it's gonna get rusted. All my impacts are sockets. If you get my Snap-on ones, they'll rust, man, from one day to another. So I got my Harbor Freight just straight down with WD-40, and then I use those every day, so they're not gonna rust. But the stuff I don't use that much, well, it's gonna sit there, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
then I got
habit of rusting anyway.
Yeah.
Snap impacts rust anyway. I mean.
Oh yeah, man.
Especially over there in Salinas, though, you get a lot of coastal fog, coastal marine layer, and all that.
Yeah, our shop it's right there in Marina. It's 7 miles from Salinas. Our shop is half a mile from the beach. The beach is right in front of us over there.
Yeah.
And it's always foggy, man. There, it can be sunny in Salinas. You get down to our shop, it's foggy.
Yeah, it's like Oxnard.
Yeah, same deal, man.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Let's get took off somewhere.
Are you just driving around or are you parked?
Oh, I'm parked out here in the shop. He's one of our litter servicers. He's
all right.
Yeah. I'm here in our yard. But yeah, my coworkers are, where are you going? My roommate too. He's one of the shop. So I'll go too. Well, for what? I don't know. So he's walking around his service truck somewhere in the yard looking at his truck. Yeah.
How long's he been doing it?
Well, the thing is, he's 12 years. He started as a fabricator. That's why he was a welder. So he didn't cut out to be a welder fabricator. And he mechanic. He did that for 2 years here, and the company was like, you're not a good welder, man. So you're gonna fix the harvesters, the broccoli and lettuce harvesters and tractors.
Well, welding is an art.
Huh?
Welding is an art. You know,
I mean, I'll fabricate and weld. I suck at fabricating, making something from scratch. But if somebody gives me, cut 40 tubes at 40.5 inches and 90 degrees, do this, do that, and then just make it right. And if there's already one made, I'll make it. But when I fabricate shit, man, I suck at it. Oh man, how am I gonna make this little bracket or do this? And then my twin brother, that guy's good at everything, man. He fabricates he'll make something out of scratch. You made that? Yeah. Damn.
What's your brother's story? Did he go to the same school as you and all that?
Him. It was him, me, and my friend, my cousin. We all went to Wild Tech up in the Fremont over by. It's I want to say an hour from San Francisco.
Yeah.
So we went there, and then we graduated. My brother didn't work. He was just chilling at home. He was like, I'm going to write this shit out. So when I started working here, a week later, my uncle, political uncle anyways, he's all, your brother went to school too? Yeah, you think he wants to work here? I don't think he wants to do anything. He just wants to play home, PlayStation, chilling, So then he goes to my dad's house, and he's all right, go to your house. He told my dad, hey, José, ¿no quiere trabajar aquí? ¿Cómo no? ¿Sí? llévatelo. So ever since he's been here, same with me. A week less than me, but yeah,
That's cool.
same story, man.
That's cool.
What a trip,
But it
man.
sucks working with him, man. I mean, I get on my nerves.
Really?
And his family, like,
I don't think I could work with my brother all day long. Nah, no way, man. Me and him, you know, we live about 30 miles apart. We talk about once every 2 weeks. We see each other about maybe once every 6 weeks, give or take. But man, we're fine. We're perfect. Great relationship. But the one time I see him like 2 or 3 weeks in a row, oh man, dude, you're ready.
yeah,
like
imagine working with him.
15 and 15 and ready to get down. Like man, getting on each other's nerves.
Like, he'll do something like he'll be
I love
swapping engine on a tractor.
I love my brother more than anything, but I'm sure he'd agree with you and tell you the same thing.
And he'll drop a wrench or something, right? Hey, give me that wrench or help me put this. Like, I'll just walk around. I'm like, screw you, man.
Get it yourself.
Yeah, because he's the same with me. Like, you know what? Help me put this transmission. I'm hold this. You know what? Or help me align this bolt. Like, it's your job, dude. It's not my job. Like, all right, órale, pues, güey. Órale, güey. So payback.
So which one of you is older?
Me, 5 minutes.
Dang.
5 minutes.
And I make the rules, man. Like, seriously.
Don't forget. Always whoop little brother's ass, right?
Yeah, man.
I think I sent him a request on Instagram a while back. I don't think he ever accepted it.
This thing with him, like, even I got some other guy from Salinas. I don't know if he follows you. His name's I think Jose Sandoval. He works for a fertilizer company.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, he's like, I think your brother friend was like 6 months ago. He hasn't responded. Well, yeah, he doesn't really care about Instagram.
That's not really his thing, huh?
So I'm hey, so and so, send your friend request. Like, go follow him back. All right. A lot of the mechanic guys that follow me. Hey, your brother's. I see your shit. He's a badass too, but yeah, he doesn't like Instagram. Like, he probably has like 130 followers or something. Like, he'll post something once in a great while. Like, he'll be welding something or pulling an engine out, and that's it. Like, but it's rare.
Yeah. Some people like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
I mean, even my Instagram, when I started it, my wife wanted to do it. She's like, you do an Instagram page for you. Like, no, I don't like Instagram. I just have Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, for what? So we can post pictures of family and stuff. Like, no. And then I started this, and now she's all like, you're always on Instagram now. Like, when we started it.
I follow
you don't ever tell her, I'm doing this for you, baby, so that way you know what I'm actually out here working.
Yeah. She thinks I'm on the board again, one of the strippers or something. Because Mexico's like here, like Los Algodones, or San Luis is right here, like 15 miles away. Then Los Algodones is like another 10 miles. So,
wow.
You know, it goes down. You got all the strippers down there and everything.
Yeah, right.
I don't know through COVID now how it is, but you gotta wear a face mask. But
how has that changed out in your? Does your company like require you guys to wear that on the job?
oh yeah, man, we gotta wear it every day. So inside the shop, and then our harvest crews they had to wear it, and then they put dividers like what is it, like that vinyl plastic in between the harvest crews. The buses have it too. They put dividers, so it's one seat, one person, no, one seat, no, it's staggered. And they got the divider between them, and only one per seat.
Yeah.
Well, they spend a lot of money just on stainless steel and that vinyl plastic crap and then plexiglass.
Yeah.
Lots of it, man.
That was one of the hardest things for me to get used to, man. Was wearing a mask for 12 hours a day.
It still is,
sucks.
Man.
Yeah, it is.
On my ears, man, back here, feel like it tearing them apart right here.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Especially these right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ones, man, you hit the back of your ears. Have you tried the bands that they make that have like the hooks on them to extend it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps a little bit, but it still hits your ear.
Yeah, I like the ones
Does it hit?
them.
Yeah, it hits the top.
Like this style one, these are way better. You just pull them over your neck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These are better than those.
We can wear those. We can wear our personal mask, but we have to wear the company mask that they give us. We show up every morning and they hand us a mask as we're going in. You know, they take our temperature, they hand us a mask, and then even if we have our own face protection or face mask, we have to wear theirs over ours.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so a few people do, which I think is ridiculous. I just take mine off and put theirs on.
Like, I want to feel that nobody's there by me, so I don't have to wear it. But So I'm gonna be in a shop by myself too, and I'll take it off more like screw this because
Mhm.
I'm not gonna wear my safety glasses because wearing my safety glasses they fog up.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One or the other, right?
Yeah.
So then the boss will come, hey, put your mask on. I'm like, I don't need the damn truck. Who's gonna come down here? Start breathing next to me.
Yeah. That's pretty much the same thing with us there at the shop, man. It's like whenever we bring the trucks in, and we're actually working on the truck, we can actually take off our mask and work around the truck because we're in our bay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But whenever we got to get close to somebody else, that's whenever we got to like put on our mask and keep our distance and do all the other.
Yeah, that's what I tell them. But now, like, you go to a store, like, damn, my mask, I can't get off now. Like,
Yeah.
that's what sucks now.
I remember
So
one time I had some red paper towels, the white balls or whatever, and I
Yeah.
pulled into a store. And when I got into the store, not inside the store, but when I got to the at the store, I parked, and I was like, "Oh man, I forgot my mask!" And I had a little roll of those paper towels, so I ripped off like 3 of them and tied them on like a little bandana. I had to go inside. I had to buy some mask and everything, man. But at least it got me in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some funny memes about what the females do to get
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, man. I've seen them too.
It's funny, man. I went to deposit my check or something, or get money out of the bank or something. I remember I had my bandana on, I had a beanie on, I had a black mask on, and I was like, man, walk right in, cash my check. Nothing, they didn't even care. A year ago at the time, which would have been before COVID started, man, it's like now they get crazy with you if you don't have a and cover your face. Before it was like if you walked in with the cover your face, like, hey, what the hell, it's
You're trying to roll a bank or what?
Yeah, exactly. It's the opposite. It's like they're looking at you like what's wrong with you, man?
I remember I saw that meme. Yeah, I saw a meme like that, man. They had a whole bunch of gangsters like with bandanas. This is back in the day they were considered outlaws. Now they're considered responsible civilians or citizens.
That's true.
That's crazy. The times have changed, man.
Yeah.
I don't think that mask is gonna go away anymore, man. That's gonna be in the normal watch.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. You ever think we're gonna go back to our old normal? This is just gonna be the new normal.
It's gonna be the new normal watch because now even people are not gonna want to get sick with the regular flu. You know what? Everybody's gonna be wearing that during the winter. If it does go away, people are gonna be wearing their mask. They're gonna go to a shopping mall or go buy groceries. They're gonna put their mask on in public watch.
Yeah. Now it's a federal requirement for transportation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Fighting any federal building, you have to wear them. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
He was in a federal building without one, like 2 days later.
Yeah, I know a lot of people think it's all BS, right? Like, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of coworkers here. I mean, the other day, one of their drivers, his wife died. Then one of the drivers, his son died. One of the other foremen, his mom died. I mean, my wife's grandpa died due to COVID. I mean,
I had a coworker who passed away. He was like 32 years old. He had heart surgery when he was born, and then he had it again when he was like 10 years old. So he had problems that would COVID could affect. And I remember he got COVID, and 2 days later he passed away. He has a twin brother that works with us too. And man, I can't imagine losing my brother, but it's got to be worse when you're a twin. You would know, it's got to be just crazy. Yeah, young dude, 32 years old, man. COVID got him. 2 days later, man.
Yeah, same thing. We had one of our salesmen over there at the dealership who passed away due to COVID. It has you wondering about the whole thing, right? Puts everything into more perspective.
Yeah. You gotta mask up, people.
Yeah,
definitely, man.
Like I said, I'm all by myself. I'm not gonna wear it. But if I go to a store when it's packed away, I'm gonna wear it. But I'm gonna germaphobe. Like, oh man, I'm gonna get it. Like, put sanitizer on my hands and go wash my face and shit. I just wear my mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a couple of coworkers like, man, I gotta go take a shower now.
I do that to be honest with you, but because I got my newborn, man. He's barely a month old, so so every time I touch something I try to wash my hands right away. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I'm out at work or whatever, and as soon as I come home from work, I jump straight into the shower before I could even touch my little boy. You know what I'm saying?
That's what my brother is. I mean, he had his little baby girl born already on 6 weeks already.
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't taken her to the house or my parents because doesn't want to get her sick. And same thing. He's gonna come back to work. He's been gone already for like 7 weeks already without work. He's been chilling at home.
Yeah.
But he has to come back on the 15th of March, so yeah, it's gonna be like the same way as you, man.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we did do, man. And it felt I felt bad for the family, but at the same time, I told my wife we had to do it, man. Like her family wanted to come right away to come and see the baby, and I was
Yeah,
like, nah, everybody's gotta stay where they stay, man. Like nobody's gonna
yeah,
come home right now. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
it sounds excessive, but at the same time, you don't ever want to slip up to,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Like my brother
So
did was did a drive-through. He pulled in front of mom's house. So then through the mirror, mom's looking at my dad looking at the baby, and then all right, see you later.
yeah, what we do is that well, like my wife will call her family on FaceTime
Oh yeah,
or through Messenger, you know, the video messenger or whatever, and then that's how they see the baby, my baby boy. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with
yeah,
my mom, you know. So
yeah,
yeah, we gotta just take those safety precautions. At least, like I told my wife, man, at least until we know that the baby has enough of an immune system to be able to fight something. But like right
yeah,
now, he's a newborn or a month old, right? But he's fairly newborn.
yeah,
So we can't really say that his immune system's not built up yet, you know.
yeah.
Mhm.
Better be safe than sorry, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to risk that, man. That's not worth it at all.
Definitely no, man.
What's
All
up with
right,
you, Tyler?
guys.
No kids, man.
Not yet. My wife's got just a couple more months of school, and once she's done and she starts working for a little bit, then I think we're gonna try to have some kids here soon.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Me
No.
too. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe this year, next year, see how it goes.
Yeah. It's a strange time right now. I mean.
Let's see. I'm not shooting blanks.
So
Yeah, my wife's on her job too, so
if you guys have a son, you know, is it gonna be Ram, little Ram?
maybe I joke around. Le voy a poner Ramiro. My dad was Ramiro. My grandpa was Ramiro. So maybe the fourth.
Yeah.
But she likes Caleb. Named him Caleb. Like,
Caleb.
that's too white for me. Nah, no, it's a cool name. I like it too, but that's her thing. She wants Caleb. So.
It's not Caleb, it's Caleb.
Ándale, Bible name.
Caleb. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no substitute for Tyler, man. It's just Tyler, you know.
Straight up Tyler.
And when my grandma heard my name, man, I'm sure she was tripping out, man.
It's like my Cobra had a kid trip out. A little girl. Her name's Candy, right? And then the other one, her name's Dulce, which is candy in Spanish.
Yeah.
This kid's, man, her daughter, right? Dulce y Candy.
That's pretty good.
Crazy.
I named my son Matt, yeah, but he's got my first name as his middle name. His middle name is Jude.
So Matt Jude.
Yeah, Matthew Jude, MJ.
Matthew Jude.
Yeah, but with me, like everybody, even in school, man, it's always been Ram all my life.
Yeah.
We
got a lead tech. We got a lead tech over there, man. I think there's something with the name Ramiro because we got a lead tech out there in at the dealership, man, and he knows his stuff too. He's one of our top diet guys over there, man. So
that's cool,
I guess
man.
shout out to the Ramiros, man. They're doing it big in the diesel world, man.
Yeah, right on. It's like a lot of Mexican corridos, you know, Ramiro's in them.
Uh-huh.
And I tell them,
Corridos.
soy un Ramiro porque eres cabrón. Like, oh, órale, pues. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Give me your Instagram and I checked it out. I saw Ramiro right away when I typed it in, but then I saw you. I didn't know if you went by Ram because is that why you got a Ram, a Dodge Ram?
No, because I had a 6.0, I had a 05.
Oh, you had a 6.0, okay.
And because we got one brand new, right? So we got the fleet of 6.0s. So all these are badass. I mean, you got balls. I mean, compared to the 7.3s, right? So I'm gonna buy one. So yeah. Like a week later, I go to the dealer and I buy one and I lift it and everything, and I was so happy with it. But man, I didn't do no homework on it. You know, EGR coolers, freaking transmission went out, freaking high pressure oil pump, injectors. I was like, it was a freaking man. It was a shit box. Money pit, man. I put money into that truck. Lots of money. So I traded in for this one and I got this Ram. So Cummins, baby.
My dad's sporting the 6.0 right now. He's got the 04 King Ranch. with a 6.0 in it, and it's been good so far. But he doesn't drive it. And I keep telling him like, you need to drive that thing. You need to get that oil, going.
Yeah.
And yeah, he rarely drives it, man.
And my truck, man, I love my Ford. It was my baby. It was a Lariat. I mean, I loved it. It was nice, man, bells and whistles. But the engine, man, it gave me a lot of problems. Well, the thing is, still had a tuner on it. It had big injectors.
Oh, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened right there.
Couldn't leave it alone.
The Ficum to a high voltage Ficum and stuff, and yeah, I always be on it, man. I was burning rubber all the time, man. Every year we get a set of tires every year, man. I'll just be on it, just freaking break stands and shit. Pouring black smoke. But yeah,
rolling coal.
Yeah, that's my dad's old. One day he came in the house when I used to live with him. And there was a big old burn mark smack from one side of the block to the other when I was doing rubber. And he's like, you know what? He said in Spanish, no tienes amor a tus cosas, ¿verdad? You don't love your stuff, right? You don't have love for your stuff. Well, yeah, that's why I'm burning rubber, because I love it. So, man, that wasn't expensive. That's what you're doing? When I was young, I mean, I think I wasn't married, didn't have a house. I was living with him, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
Paycheck would go on my truck, but now my Ram, I've never peeled rubber in it once, man. I take care of it. I mean, it was expensive. You know, I'm going to take care of my stuff now. I got bills to pay.
Yep.
Yeah. But,
that's how it works, man.
Yeah, when you're young, you don't care, man. You just want to impress everybody, like think you're cool.
Yeah, right.
Like now, like you just want to get by, man. Just another day.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's the same thing with work. I mean, I remember, a while back, you'd like, damn, I don't want to go to work today. Like, I just want to hang out, and and then the older you get, it's like, like going to work's not so bad. Like,
yeah,
you got to do it, and if you enjoy doing it, then it's like, why not?
Yes, like everybody tells me, hey, how come you're always positive, Ram? Like, on Instagram, right? I say good. Like my thing when I say in the morning, like, good morning, Instagram. Hope you guys have an awesome, wonderful day. Like I tell them every day when I wake up early, I'm always in a good mood because we're alive. I mean, I got health. I mean, we're here, man. We make the best out of things,
Exactly, we're blessed, right?
Yeah, if you're all stuck up and todo amargado and stuff, like nobody wants that. Like all you guys here, are like, buenos días. Like, buenos días de qué?
There's enough of those guys around, man. We don't need that.
Yeah, I haven't had my coffee yet, so don't talk to me.
I can't be one of them.
Gente tóxica.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's like me. How do you do to wake up early? I don't even drink water, man. Sometimes I'll take a sip of water, but I'm not an energy guy or a coffee guy. I hate coffee, man.
Oh, I'm a coffee guy, man. I gotta have my coffee.
I don't like it. My brother,
I'm gonna make another cup right now.
My twinnies, un cafecito en la mañana. Like, not me, man. Pura agua.
I'm actually gonna step out for a second. I'm gonna use the restroom and fill up another cup of coffee.
I've had a cup of coffee and a big monster already this morning.
Yeah, me too, man. I had my monster and ready to go.
So the snow in Texas, no more snow over there where you're at?
No, gracias a Dios, no more, man. We had enough of snow, man. We had enough snow. We don't want no more snow down here no more.
That's crazy though, man.
You should have seen his first Instagram or YouTube of his first YouTube post when the snow came low. Check this out. This is cool. Look at my porch. Look at my yard. You want to build a snowman? But then he told me, he's like about a half a day later, he's like, oh hell nah, man. I'm done.
Yeah, y'all could take y'all snow back, man. I don't want no more snow.
Had it snowed there before?
No, I mean, it would like when it would snow here, like it snows. It like I don't know, man. It hardly ever, very rarely does it snow. But whenever it snows, you could just kind of see the snow coming down, and then as soon as it would hit the floor, it would melt. So having actually like the snow build up like this was a completely different experience. I told my wife, like I never knew that the snow would blind you. Te encandila la luz de la nieve. Because I walked outside, I was going towards the front, like my whole yard was all full of snow, and as I was walking, man, like the reflection of I don't know what it was because it wasn't even the sun, but just the white of the snow, man. I kept squinting, like I couldn't see straight, which was crazy, dude. I didn't even know that snow could do that to you.
Well, years ago, I went to Colorado, right? It was snowing. The snow was super white. So when I got home the next day, I woke up and I felt like I had sand in my eyes, like when you weld without a welding mask. The freaking snow, man.
Just blind
Messed
you,
with my
right?
eye, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Damn, freaking
I didn't know
snow.
snow could do it.
I watched one of those survival shows like on Discovery or whatever, National Geographic or something like that. Bro. This dude was up in the Arctic and because he was crafting. I don't know where he got the paper from, but he basically made a map. He put a hole so all he could see out of when he was walking. He wasn't looking at all the snow. He was just looking at a tiny little hole straight ahead.
Oh yeah, I think I seen that.
He said that protected his eyes from the glare or something like that of the snow, and he kept it from because he said the snow would blind him if he
That's
didn't do
crazy.
that. I said that is crazy.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no, thank God all the snow's gone already, man. It's all gone. Now we're just pretty much all of Texas is left with a whole bunch of busted pipes. So
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they're getting those leaks, huh? That's
yeah,
crazy, man.
Did the
Yep.
pipes go to your place?
a part of it, yeah, on the property, not to my house. We had a line that busted at the house. So I was able to put a cutoff valve on there, and I was able to get water to my house through there through the cutoff valve. But everything thawed out, and all the pipes that go to my actual house thawed out, and there's no busted pipes. But to the rest of the property, like I got some chickens here, and I got some sheep and stuff, so they don't have water right now. You know, I mean they have water, like I'm giving them water, but not the water lines. The water lines are busted, like they busted like in 6 different spots.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I was gonna go to Lowe's, but my friend called me early in the morning yesterday, and he's like, "Man," he goes, "I came to Home Depot to Lowe's." He goes, "There's nothing, there's no material."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna have to, they're gonna have to wait another week." You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna have to carry water out to them. But
How has that affected the shop? I mean, are you getting a lot of trucks coming in from out of state that are needing work?
I think so. I think so. Not right now because we were actually closed down these past few days, and I mean, we went to work. Like Friday was our first official day back to work our normal hours. But my shop foreman told me whenever I left that day that come Monday they were expecting like another 20 trucks just Monday to come in.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah, so I guess they're gonna start rolling in. He said that they were supposedly giving like special preference to like the most important cases or whatever. I guess depending on the on
How much money they
how
feed you
bad the
guys?
situation is. Yeah, you know, no how the situation is to like the truck driver that broke down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just us alone, they were expecting like 20 trucks to come in. So
That's
I
just
think yeah,
on how many texts you guys got?
us
Yeah,
we got like about 20, I think like 22 or 24 techs.
Dang.
that's a big shot.
So like 12,
Yeah, it's a
12
pretty big
early,
shift.
12 late shift, right? You guys run 2 shifts?
No, man.
No?
Nope,
Dang.
not right now. We actually we used to run 2 shifts, but since I was but that's the thing. Since we're a flag shop, nobody's gonna want to come in on the late shift because there's hardly any work in the late shift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But since we actually used to run split shift, right? Where it was 8 to 5, and then I think the second shift would actually come in like at 2 to 11 at night.
Mm-hmm.
Since all this whole pandemic hit, they stopped that. So now it's just from 8 to 7.
Oh wow. Yeah, because when I worked for International, that was what I did. I did the like 12:30 to 11.
Okay. But whenever they had the split shifts, we actually had 2 hourlies that would come in from 2 to 11, and then that was their shift right there. You know, but they were hourly, so it didn't really matter if there was not too much work going on. You know what I'm saying? Or if there were like PMs that had to be done, they were the ones that would do it.
Yeah.
You know. But like once you go flag, like you don't want to. Nobody wants to do late shift or anything, and they're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because pretty much they can starve at that point.
Yeah.
So Antonio, are you a old flat rate man? Your shop?
Yeah. Well, almost everybody. I think we have 2 techs right now that were the last ones to come in. That they're hourly, but they're gonna be going flag or flat rate pretty soon.
I mean, sometimes I tell my boss we should do that here, but you know, sometimes shit happens. You break a bowl or something, and or next up, ya valió madre.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. What could have been an easy job, you know, an hour job turns to like 2, 3, 4 hours. So being flagged, that's whenever you feel it, man.
Like one of our there's a heavy duty commercial truck side.
Uh-huh.
I want to say like 4 years ago, like half of the guys just quit, man, just walked out because it was all
'Cause
flat, and they were getting a lot of jobs, and they weren't cutting out, man. There were a lot of new guys. They were losing money, so like, screw this. So
Yeah.
all those guys going to like local companies, like we didn't hire none of those guys, but there's some other companies that do what we do, so they want to work for. Yeah, but
Órale.
back to hourly because nobody want to work for Ford, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
when I'm working on routine stuff, and then something breaks or something doesn't want to line up or something, and then like, man, what I've done the job like a million times, and why am I having a hard time doing this like a 2-hour job? You know what? Something broke or something seized up. Like there's times where you put parts on and have need like defective parts, man. I've done so many shit like that. Like stop the water pumps on, then the impeller breaks off inside for some reason. Truck's overheating. Gotta bring it in. Like, is it the head gaskets or what? Like there was one time I rebuilt a 6.4, right? Put new pistons, everything on, rings, everything, did the whole thing. Did it here in the shop. All I did was hone it out. The cylinders, they weren't bad. Well, anyways, I turned it on, lower the cab, get going. And like, what's wrong with it? It's overheating like a mile into the drive, like big time. Did I put the gas on backwards? What did I do wrong, you know? So then I started checking my radiator, and it's really cold. One side is really hot. The water isn't circulating, so it's going to be the water pump. Yeah, pull the water pump off. Freaking broken, man.
I always
The pulley would spin, but the impeller was stuck. It was free and brand new from brand new water.
Yeah,
so faulty water pump.
Yeah,
that happened to me before with the 6.0. The right after a big head gasket job on this truck, I was road testing it and it was overheating. I'm like, what the fuck? And I got back to the shop and I was checking everything out. So I'm like, wow, I was just thinking, what could it be? What could it be? So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I went back in and I got in the cab and I turned the heater on and nothing coming out because the water pump wasn't creating flow. So I was like, oh, fuck, it's a water pump. Easy money, gravy. Knock out a water pump real quick and get it back on the road. But, man, so I always remember to check to see if you don't get heat, you know, the water pump's not turning.
Yeah.
Well, stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't want to be flag or flat rate for the same reason, because it's always something, man.
Yeah.
It's like the other day too. The front differential broke, right? I couldn't pull the freaking axles out of the freaking. I pulled the knuckle housings off. It's in our ladder structure, big 6-foot drive, so I couldn't pull the axles. It was me and another guy pulling them with forklifts, man. We had one side chain down, the other one just yanking back and forth. We had to torch it out.
The splines were twisted up inside.
Yeah. So
they had that happen over there at the shop too one time, man. One of our actually what he's more dedicated to, like axles and transmissions and stuff, right? And same thing, he couldn't get them to pull out, so they ended up welding hooks and then chains, and then with the forklift, they had 2 forklifts. They had one pulling that way, and the other one would yank it until they finally got them pulled out, and all the splines were all twisted up inside.
That's how we were, man. I mean, that's never happened ever. I mean, the splines will be twisted, but they'll come out right. But this one, man, there were 3 of us on there.
Yeah.
I have a hard time pulling out as well. I had to throw that in there. Sorry.
I heard him when he said it. I was like, where do I go with that? Did I say something? I thought about it. I'm just glad someone did.
Your phone's about to die, man. See if I charge you in the shop.
Yeah, my phone's about to die too.
Mine has like 10%.
We're at 2 hours right now. You want to cut it off right here and maybe do a part 2 in the future?
Yeah, definitely, man. We got to do this again.
I think part 2, because I think we could still keep going and keep going. I got work today, so I gotta get some stuff done, but definitely fun. I think we could keep going. I think we could pull another 7-hour one.
Yeah, but it's awesome, man. I mean,
I'm working off of last night at about 11:30. I usually go on right after Phil ends, but I didn't. But at 11:30, I said I'm gonna go live for a couple hours, and I went to live 11:30 to 6:30 this morning.
Oh wow! I got off of Phil's, and we, you know, once he stops recording, we still kind of BS for a little bit, you know. And Yeah, we were talking, and I was like, I'm getting kind of hungry, man, because all that food talk, and I ended up making some food. After I ate the food, and then you saw I was just pounding those beers yesterday, man. And after I ate the food, I just crashed, man. I was tired. I went down. As soon as I laid down, I was like, let me set an alarm clock for tomorrow so I don't oversleep. And I saw the thing. It says Jude live right now. Oh, dang, like he's live. I kind of want to go on, but I go, I'm so tired. I'm going to fall asleep. I ended up falling asleep, man.
Me same yesterday, man. I probably went to sleep like at 1 a.m, just drinking Modelos. And this morning too, took some for breakfast. Took like 3 Modelos para la cruda. I kind of come over. I forgot about this. I was like, damn. I was trying to log in the morning. I'm like, did I do it right or what? And you called me up, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I head down over here, man.
Right on,
But yeah, this is one of our trucks here. This is Saturday job. Another broken axle.
Oh,
Oh wow.
These trucks are the money makers around here, man. These
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do one of the axles?
30 minutes.
You got it down.
It's easy. It's just pull down the knuckle housing, pull the axle out. Well, this one damaged the. Oh, not that bad. Very easy. Yeah, 30 minutes. I mean, before it was like 3 hours, 4 hours, but yeah.
Got it down to a science, huh?
Yeah.
Money. The clean lady is scared right now. She's here to clean the shop, the bathrooms. Ay, me asustaste. But yeah. But see, here's the rig I got. Here's the new truck I got.
Yeah, I think sweet, man.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, it is nice.
Here in the fab shop, they built this rack and the toolbox for a compressor and welder. But yeah, man, it beats the old one I had. No AC, no 4-wheel drive. So, but
Yeah.
But hey, man,
I think
thanks for
it's-
having me, man. My phone's about to die. I
Yeah.
don't want it to die any second now, man.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no.
no. Hey, we appreciate you coming on, man. This
Yeah,
has been
thank you,
fun.
man. It was a real pleasure.
We'll
Yeah,
do
likewise,
we'll
man.
do a part 2, man. Part 2.
Yeah,
We're gonna
hell
have to
yeah, sure, man. This
see
is
a little
awesome.
more of that shop, man. We want to see that stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's might be right there where the hoist is at. See?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
messed
All
up.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a 10-bay shop here. Then we got the other side's a fab shop. So
Nice.
yeah, but I'll give you a tour before my phone dies, man.
All right, man.
All right, cool, man.
Adios.
All right,
Órale.
man. We're going.
Hey, man, it was great to meet you, man. You want to promote your channel?
Likewise, carnal. You guys take it
Igualmente,
easy.
ya,
Just have
Simón.
an awesome Sunday, man.
You
Yeah,
too,
you guys-
man.
Last Sunday
All right.
too, man.
So
All right.
Thank you guys.
where can we see you? Instagram Ram628.
Ram 628, yeah.
Right on.
Ram's good on Instagram. Everyone check that out, man.
I'll check out you guys' YouTube.
If you like ranching, go way back. If you like the agriculture part, just check it out what he does now.
Definitely, man.
All right, man. You guys have an awesome day, guys.
All right,
All
man.
right,
See
Órale,
you.
cuídese.
All right. Later, guys.
All right.